call, see if we're okay, babe. All I wanna ask you is, I don't wanna push you farther away, no. I don't wanna play no games. I just wanna call, see if we're okay, babe. All I wanna ask you is, are you down for love? Are you up for us? I wanna be together, be together. Oh, babe, I want your love. I'll be the one you trust. You're all that matters, all that matters. Are you down for love? Are you up for us? I wanna be together, I wanna be babe, I want your love, your love. I'll be the one you trust. You're all that matters, all that matters to me. I gotta tell you something I could do. I could be running around chasing you, but I won't. Cause I got better things to do. Rather spend my precious time chasing somebody who loves me too. If I got $1 for every time you slam the door, I would be the richest girl alive, life. If you hadn't run away every time I asked you stay, you would sleep right next to me tonight. But you didn't know me, all you wanted was a game to play, and you couldn't handle that I had my ways. Around your matrix and your side chicks, I'm a winner, babe. But you didn't win this, it's a part of the game. In the beginning I just didn't know that you're an enemy I held too close. Now I know, cause you did everything to prove me wrong. You were not the guy I thought. Now I'm beating you at your own. Yeah. If I got $1 for every time you slam the door, I would be the richest girl alive, life. But you didn't know me, all you wanted was a game to play, and you couldn't handle that I had my ways. Around your matrix and your side chicks, I'm a winner, babe. But you didn't win this, it's a part of the game. Yeah, I beat you at your game, and if you were me, you would do the same. Man, I really love to play, and now that I won, then it's safe to say you didn't want me, all you wanted was a game to play, and you couldn't handle that I had my ways. Around your matrix and your side chicks, I'm a winner, babe. But you didn't win this, it's a part of the game. All you wanted was a game to play, and you couldn't handle that I had my ways. Around your matrix and your side chicks, I'm a winner, babe. But you didn't win this, it's a part of the game. So tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find a better one. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies. Ooh, so tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find a better one.
Come on in, come on in, come on in.
Susceptible now before the moment flies. It's not a problem, no, 'cause I know what I'm getting into. Yes. Yeah, and nothing can stop me, no, 'cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way,
Come on in, come on in.
no need to say
Like button on the way in.
where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find a better one. Yeah.
Come on in, come on in. Like button on the way in.
Before the moment flies,
Okay.
before it flies. So tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find a better one. Susceptible now, before the moment flies.
We are back, we are back.
So what is this time? You just want to be held?
What you think it is? And then I'll be happy. That's all right with you?
Well, me. It's my duty. Please.
Yo, evening, happy Tuesday to everyone. Come on in, come on in. You are here, another episode of the Black Bottom Roscast. I am your host, Ross Lee. I'm here to bring the real, have adult conversations, fellowship, and have a grand time. What's good, True Finder Jackson? Shout out to you. You in the house. Another one of the mods of the crew, the BBR family, not the BBL, the BBR. Okay. Where can I start? Y'all see the title? Y'all see what we're talking about tonight? We got a few other topics, of course, as we always do, as far as our reactions. I'm not going to do a dash cam tonight. We're going to get straight into some of the news that's been hitting the internet streets. For those that's in the Midwest, for those that's in Chicago, just got over Labor Day weekend, get the extra day off, spend it with friends and family, come to the last of the cookouts for the season, things like that. But niggas are still niggas. Y'all humble mayor, Mr. Brandon Johnson, because, I don't live in Chicago. I live in the surrounding areas of the city, but I have not lived in Chicago for quite some years. And I won't go back. And it's real sad because I was born and raised South Side. I was born and raised on the East Side. And for me coming up, me living on the South Side of Chicago, it was great. I had a good time coming up during the time when I came up. But times has changed. It is not the same. It is not the same. It is not the same. I done lived south. I done lived north, west, stuff like that. And the south side has gone to the bottom of the barrel. There were some incidents, some situations, some events that took place over the weekend that was really fucked up. And my condolences to those that did in fact lose family or friends, you know, due to the city's violence. Um, my condolences to all those that were hurt in whatever situations they was out. And prayers go out to you guys. Um, hope these people who did what they did, do in fact get caught. We unfortunately, what goes on every goddamn holiday, it seemed like niggas be niggering and just can't enjoy the weekend, just can't enjoy the holiday, just can't enjoy the festivals and the activities in peace. There's always got to be some fucking bullshit. There's always got to be some issues. There's always got to be some calamities, some dramas, some some bullshit, you know. So we're gonna talk about that later. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Shout out to those that's on the replay gang. Shout out to everyone that is tuning in for the first time. If you are, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button if you are new. I'm trying to get to a goal. I would like to get to this goal before the end of the year, 500 subscribers. I know I'm struggling streaming. I'm broke. Struggling. But I get there. I'll get there as long as we keep doing what we're doing. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your likes do, in fact, help with the algorithm. You sharing the video can get out there to broader people and a broader audience. I heard that last week some people was having an issue with subscribing. For whatever reason, it wasn't allowing them to subscribe. I don't know why it's doing that. That's a YouTube thing. Yo, shout out, brother, Dr. Johnson's in the house. All right. I don't know what the situation is. Like I said, it's a YouTube thing. Sometimes YouTube be acting remedial. So what I would always suggest, like if you're trying to like subscribe while you're actually looking at this stream right now and it does not let you subscribe, whatever the case may be, try to go to another video in my catalog. I don't know, maybe what I was talking about last week didn't want to get put out there. I have no idea. You know, sometimes my viewership is high, is up, sometimes it's low. I don't know. Like I said, YouTube is funny like that. I do eventually feel as time goes on and I constantly get more stuff to help, better the quality of my shows, I'll probably start putting my content on other networks as well, like Rumble. Um, I was thinking about TikTok, even though I got it, I don't really use it. It's just, yeah, it's okay. Um, I'm not really doing the Kevin Samuels thing and wanting to put it on Instagram, even though I know I could probably reach a large audience on Instagram, but I kind of want to stay away from Instagram as well. Okay. So I'm not, but we'll get it together. We'll get it together. But what we are going to do right now, we're going to discuss some situations, some things that has been shown and things that's been happening that makes me really understand why the modern Black woman in today's time are finding it or making it impossible for them to really lock in the relationship market. It could be a number of things, it could uh, um it could be your surroundings, it could be your demographic, as far as the people that are around. It could be you. It could be your attitude. It could be how you carry yourself. It could be how you betray yourself. It could become an issue. It can become a serious problem. You know, I see a lot of the women that are complaining about certain situations, and then they run to like platforms like Kendra G, or they run to platforms like Ask Ashley. I don't know if Melly Monaco is still doing her pineapple show. I really wasn't really a fan of her show because I actually thought that her whole concept of her show was backwards. I felt that if you really wanted people to get together in relationships and you're having a call-in show, whereas the person that you got on the screen with you is pretty much trying to vet for a relationship, I kind of thought that maybe it would have been more successful had it been the man be highlighted on the show and women called in for those men to try to vet the women. Because like we all know, women give access to sex, men give access to marriage and relationships. And some men just say to hell with the shit and are clocking out altogether, whether they're becoming passport bros or whether they're just falling out of the dating market altogether. Maybe, giving themselves a break. I'm not saying that a lot of them are totally leaving dating alone, but maybe a lot of these men are finding other options. They're finding other ways to, I guess we could say entertain themselves as men, with the opposite sex. Some men just say fuck it and just pay for it. Some men just like I said, go to other cities, go to other, states. Um, some do the out of state thing, some do the overseas thing. But more and more men here that are getting this kind of information, that are learning more about themselves, that is getting more in tune with themselves as men, really realizing what's your true potential that has been dormant, that you have not allowed to come out for whatever reasons or whatever circumstances. Now these men are really starting to see things for what it really is, and they're starting to have a more of a confidence in themselves. They're starting to look at relationships in a little bit more serious light. They're starting to see things in a more is this really productive for me to deal with this person, that person, this person? Which I will say though, and brothers, you got to really understand me when I'm saying this to you, because we've allowed ourselves to kind of put out there that a large majority of these women feel, regardless if you dealing with them or whomever, someone's always going to come at them. Someone's always going to approach them. Someone's always going to try to holler. Someone's always going to try to get whatever they want to get out of that woman. And these women could be good people. And we're not saying that all women have issues, because that'd be a lie, and this would be a woman bashing show, and I probably wouldn't get some of the women subscribers that I've had back if it was just strictly, the woman bashing organization for Latter-day Saints and shit. You know what I'm saying? But no, it's not a cult. You know what I'm saying? This is not a cult, what we're doing. This is not some kind of scam scheme. I'm not here to sell courses. I'm not here to sell merchandise. I'm here to give word. I'm here to be as truthful and honest as I can. I'm here to fellowship with all of us that do in fact tune in, and I want us all to learn something. We all can keep learning. You can never be too old or too wise to still learn some things. I'm 54 years old. I still can learn a thing or two, you know. But yeah. But with that being said, we're gonna get started with this first reaction. This is with the Tip Network. Now I know y'all done heard the whole story with Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. They've gotten engaged. About 2 years of dating. And they decided to make it official here recently And the sisterhood, especially the black women, they are seething mad. They are pissed. They like, what the fuck? How dare he? This white man, how white zaddy that went back home, with this stick of a woman, Taylor Swift and shit like that. First off, I mean, we could say what we want about Taylor Swift as far as her aesthetics, as far as her body frame and stuff like that. I mean, once she ain't overweight, okay, she might not have the body of what a lot of these women that's hitting the gyms or getting these surgeries and things like that, trying to all have a certain prototype of a body frame, you know. But she's not a bad looking woman. And the bitch is rich. That woman is worth $1.6 billion. Yeah, I mean, just because you're fit doesn't mean that you have to be all, this kind of body type and things like that. There are plenty of slim to skinny people out here that are fit and muscular. She doesn't wear the kind of clothing like that all the time where she's out here trying to thought it up. Actually, that woman actually, probably was raised with some sense and some self-respect and some dignity about herself. And for her to look the way she looked as quote unquote the populars out here in the world, for her to be as successful as she is and to have the money that she got, I mean, she must be doing something. She getting support somewhere. She getting money somewhere. Now her and Travis Kelsey are they're getting engaged to be married. And and Travis Kelsey's ex, Kayla Nicole, is hating. And all of the Kayla Nicole fans and buddies and shit like that, they are hating this. Like, how dare he? Well, we're gonna break some things down with the Tip Network and their reaction for it, and we're gonna understand why this happened. We're gonna see why this took place, and then some of you ladies that do this divesting, maybe y'all can learn something. I mean, just because you're going to a different ethnic group or different race to find love or to be in a relationship doesn't always mean that it's better. Okay. Don't always mean that it'll work. It all depends on the people. That's why, Kevin always said it, God rest his soul. You gotta be more mindful and use a little bit more of discernment within yourself to vet who you're trying to be with. Yeah, because in the beginning, you're going to see the representative, and that's everybody, men, women, you're going to see that representative. It's only when a little time passes, is that you really see who a person is. I know Kevin was kind of like, well, a person should get married in, 6 months to a year. I kind of disagree with that. And that's one thing I can say, and I'm honest to say this. Everything that Kevin Samuels talked about in a lot of the things of his own opinions, I didn't fully agree with all that. I didn't agree with you meeting a person and you guys getting married in 6 months, less than a year. Shit, you just got the representative. And they put on a really good show. Really big. They put on a really big show like fucking is when that motherfucker show you who they really are. Shit. And then you find out exactly who the fuck they really are, man. And now you're stuck. Now you're gonna put yourself in a bind. We're gonna see about this and see what shout out to Tip Network for this reaction. So let's go.
My type?
male, I would say, is, someone of great character, loves their family, 6'5", is driven, is very forthright, has abs. There's things that I like, but no, I'm
not negotiable.
Yeah, but just a few. My biggest advice to dating an athlete, I think, would be to always have, but like your own career, your own goals, your own aspirations, because it's really easy to get caught up in their dream and like their vision for their life.
Yeah.
I don't care who I date. I don't care where they are. I'm going to always have my own place.
Yeah.
I'm going to always have my own car. I'm going to always focus on my career, support theirs, but really prioritize my own goals.
Yes.
One pathetic sob story later.
Mark my words, I would not be surprised if Travis Kelce gets engaged with Taylor Swift very soon.
Travis Kelce's ex is choosing joy. Hours after Travis and Taylor Swift announced their engagement news to the world,
fans are saying Travis Kelce fumbled his ex after his engagement announcement to Taylor Swift. Did y'all forget what a fumble is? A fumble is actually when you lose something of value. He just dropped an extreme liability to one of the largest assets in the last 15 to 20 years. And you're saying that this is a fumble? So you actually think in your little brains that just because that woman's cheeks are a little bit bigger than Taylor Swift's, that outweighs everything that Taylor Swift brings to the table compared to.
And see, and that's something that we got to understand. And some people are like, well, damn, and a lot of women got this issue, especially when they see another woman having success in a relationship, marriage, whatever the case may be. And they might not look aesthetically like you, the ones that bitching and moaning from the shadows and in the bushes and shit like that. Well, how this woman get that? She look like this or she look like that. Y'all got it good on like stabbing each other in the back. Y'all got it really good like talking about each other, y'all the fucking oracles and shit like that, man. And it's like, well, fuck, who the fuck are y'all? How is it that I was with him for 4-5 years and we broke up and a year or two later he meets somebody else and he got married? That's probably because one, whoever he went to, he saw more value in that than what he saw in you. And sometimes it could be all about how you move, how you carrying yourself, how you perceiving yourself on social media. Sorry, ladies, more and more men that are serious about not only their purpose, but serious in legacy, serious in having a productive family, serious of being in a relationship, possible marriage. Different women get different results. Yeah. And if you're a woman that's moving like Cardi B with the spirit of fucking Erykah Badu, with the fucking mindset of Sukihana, with the body odor of Sexy Red, I don't know. I mean, allegedly, just saying. I've heard stories. I know one that's fits all that bill, out here mad, probably gritting her teeth every time she see or hear about me and shit. And shit like that, man. Probably sitting in the fucking room, with her hands folded and shit in the middle of the night, just shaking back and forth, rocking back and forth, saying rock and roll and smacking herself and shit because she's mad because the kind of life and the outcomes that she get in life because she can't keep nobody. But anyway, it's how you move out here can be the deciding factor of whether you're successful in a relationship or not.
To a woman who's actually selfish and think it's brag-worthy to say, does it look like I do 50-50?
Yeah, do I look like anybody that would split anything?
So you guys broke up at that point because
No, This is the question. Do I look like I would go 50-50 on bills? No.
As if her presence alone should be enough to satisfy any man. Saying to someone, does it look like I do 50-50? It just speaks loud and clear that you are for sale. And yes, you will have some buyers out there. But trust me, 99% of the time, they know what you are. They know it's for sale and they can afford it. But they only doing it for a temporary thrill.
His ex, Kayla Nicole, takes to the gram with a cryptic message about happiness. The YouTuber reposts an interview clip from actress Tracee Ellis Ross.
I work at it. I think joy is different from happiness. I feel like happiness is something you can get at 7-Eleven, and joy is something that you earn and work for and takes practice. I feel like joy has legs. I feel like joy has feet. I feel like joy has roots. I feel like joy creates space and allows room for more than just a good day.
Okay, so joy has feet, legs, probably a heartbeat, and a nasty attitude, whatever she talking about. This is a chronic single woman, Tracee Ellis Ross. Very nice looking woman. You know, she thirst traps all the time. For a woman her age, she's very, very fit as far as her aesthetics. But she's a fucking dodo bird with a shitty attitude, and ain't no man of value gonna want to keep that shit. Now here come Kayla Nicole, right before this, talking about, what do I look like, a woman that pays 50-50? No, you look like a woman that's gonna stay by your fucking self. It ain't necessary. Travis Kelce was with her for about 5-6 years. Yeah, did he make her pay for her own shit? Yep. Could he afford to pay for a lot of the stuff that she wanted? Of course. He's a fucking NFL star player. Multiple time Super Bowl champion. You know, he got the money. But just like some athletes that have some intelligence, that have, you know, financial discipline and know how to see things and discern things to a degree where they're just not jumping the gun. You know, unfortunately, that brother that's just signed, you know, that deal with the Jaguars, I forget his name off top right now, you know, Monkey Man. You know, sorry, brother. I mean, you shouldn't be smiling, man. Not in the public. But shit, you know, he made her do things for herself, and he wasn't about to do it. And he saw, you know, Kayla Nicole for what she is, and that's a fucking gold digger. I mean, what more can we say about it? You know, she put it out there. She loves the attention. She loves to be, you know, she likes to just show a lot of people what she got going on with herself. And this is what ends up with it, with a lot of situations, a lot of people. Yeah, you was fun for the meantime, in between time, but you're not here for the long time.
I think joy is an attitude. I think joy is a perspective. And I think joy is a lens through which I live and look at my life.
Kayla writes over the clip, read about this very concept years ago in a book called Choose Joy Because Happiness Isn't Enough, adding, I aspire. So good.
I'm glad that you said that, Kayla, because basically this cryptic post means you're on the same road as Tracee Ellis Ross, as Tia Mowry. Please get a ticket and get in line over there with them. You lost. This is how people who lose talk. Let's shift the goalposts. Well, I'm happy still. Are you happy? You got beat fair and square by Taylor Swift from the man that you used to have. He upgraded. He's not thinking about you. His life is going to be tremendously better. And at the same time, you can't get nobody.
But you know what she's really upset over? She's upset over the fact that everybody saw this coming except for her. Everyone saw that this was going to happen. And everyone saw that this was going to occur except for her. This is the way she thought it was going to be, at least the way she thought it should be. You take a look at her face. You take a look at her. That is genuine admiration. Oh, she's looking up to him. She's like, this is it. Zaddy has arrived. My ship has come in. This is the dude. That is genuine submission, genuine contentment, genuine satisfaction.
Travis didn't fumble. Travis didn't fumble a goddamn thing. Okay, he didn't fumble. He went from a woman, that models to a goddamn billionaire. Okay, a billionaire. Okay, regardless if you like her body or not, or if you think she's cute or not, she's worth $1 billion. 1.6 billion. Travis made the right decision. Now, don't get me wrong. She gave him all the swag. Everybody was loving the way Travis looked when he was with her. Now he looked like Lieutenant Dan, and all the Swifties love him. Okay? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't fumbled. I think he scored a goddamn touchdown. I think he broke a goddamn record.
Travis Kelce has single-handedly obliterated the hopes and dreams for an entire generation of internet bedwenches from around the globe. They are on collective side watch. They are embarrassed. They are humiliated. They are degraded. They don't know what to do. And it has been delicious to watch them as they have gone into full-blown mental and emotional breakdown. But it was all very predictable.
And I was right, because my theory doesn't fail. For those who weren't following along, I made a video called The 5 Types of White Men That Date Black Women. There are 5 types of white men that date black women, and I'm going to tell you what they are and the ones you need to stay away from. Starting off, the ones that just want a good time and not a long time with you. And before you comment, well, the majority of single men just want casual relations with most women. There's a difference. The difference is that it's never going to be you. He'll find you very attractive and actually like you, but he knows in the back of his head when it's time to settle down, he's going to go with what his family accepts, what he thinks is palatable, what he thinks is the norm and the default. And they see women, and especially black women, as an object for their adage.
And let's just think about this for a minute. Travis Kelce's family. I haven't seen them personally and things like that, but let's ask ourselves a serious question. Who would you think out of the two, between Taylor Swift and Kayla Nicole, who would you think his family would feel more comfortable with him settling down with, because, he ain't getting no younger. He probably got about maybe another 4 or 5 more good years left in his football career. So why not focus on family? Why not focus on a wife? Why not focus on eventually having children, things like that? Who do you think will be a better candidate? And we're not just going off the fact that, Taylor Swift, is a billionaire. You also got to look at how she carries herself as a woman, opposed to how Kayla Nicole carries herself as a woman. I think he made a good choice. Now, I know this choice is not very acceptable to a lot of the divestors that are the black women, but y'all get over it. I don't know why y'all think that divesting with white men is better than divesting or being with your own man. Maybe it's the relationship that you've had personally, stuff like that. Hell, there's some women that say, hell, they relationship so bad they didn't win lesbian, But like I said, to each his own. We're not here to judge who you decide to have a relationship with, but you should want to vet the person who you're trying to at least get to know, to the point where you'll have the right decision to say, well, hey, yeah, this is somebody who I want to, be with and build around.
And just like my theory says, there are certain types of men that will date specific types of women over and over again. But when he is ready to settle down and get married, he's going to go to where he believes he belongs.
In the 2 years that Travis Kelce dated Taylor Swift, I bet you the pressure was on. I bet you there was people in his ear saying, what are y'all doing? What are we doing, Travis? Like, you've been with her for 2 years. The family loves her. And like, come on, what are we doing? Are you going to propose? What's going on? I bet you that pressure was on him. And the pressure when he was dating Kayla was non-existent. Why? Because
I mean, but why does it have to be pressure? Why does he have to feel like he was put into a corner where he had to make a decision? He don't have to do anything. He didn't have to want to, marry this woman. He could have stayed dating. Hell, there's two in particular athletes I know for a fact during their whole athletic career, they didn't settle down with anybody. They didn't get married until after they stopped playing. And that was David Jeter of the New York Yankees and Alex Rodriguez. Now, did they date around and mess around with whomever during the course of their prime years, playing baseball, dating and stuff like that? Hell yeah. But they didn't have no babies with nobody. And they didn't get married to nobody. It wasn't until after they retired is now they decided they want to settle down, and whoever they did that with, even though I know, Alex Rodriguez had to run in with J-Lo, but I mean, that was, or whatever, moment. Hell, just like her. She's so-called popular and famous and rich and shit like that. Why didn't it work with Alex Rodriguez? Why didn't it work 1-2 times with Ben Affleck? Because you're a woman that have some form of success and status in social, settings doesn't mean that you're a good person behind closed doors. Look at the whole David Justice and Halle Berry thing. You're starting to see now. David Justice just recently was on a few interviews and he was explaining why their marriage didn't work. She wasn't marriage material. She wasn't a wife. It's like Kayla Nicole. She's not a wife. To sit up on fucking Angel Reese's bum ass podcast and say those things that she was saying, being like she's all that, talking about, hey, what I look like, paying 50% in a relationship. You don't, because you're not in one. And any other man that deals with her, they know, you do realize we see y'all, right? When y'all get to running y'all mouths on these different platforms, especially when the shit go viral, you do understand we see you. So a lot of other men is like, oh, okay. This is how you think? I still hit it, but I'm not going to take it serious. And that's another thing that us brothers need to stop doing, y'all. We got to stop gassing women up that you're not going to take serious. I know it's hard. Sometimes you just be ready to smash and shit like that. But sometimes we got to have some kind of restraint. We got to have some kind of discipline, because you put yourself in situations like another story what we're going to be talking about with the whole Brittney Renner, PJ Washington shit. That shit, perfect example. But he was young. Brittney was old. But we're going to get to that.
because Black girls are just fun. Like, she's so much fun. She dresses you. You look so cool. When you're dating a Black woman, it's to be cool. It's to look cool. It's to have fun. But there's no pressure. There's no pressure for commitment. There's no pressure for a wedding. But when it comes to legacy, when it comes to starting a family, when it comes to we want to have some babies.
The dating divide, where white men were interviewed about their views on Black women, and the results were plainly clear. And I quote, given that Black women get very little interest from white men, experiences like Deborah's suggest that even paltry interest may be driven by prurient interest. White men we interviewed confirmed the notion that Black women were both highly sexual and unstable for long-lasting relationships.
Ladies hear that, right? Some of you modern ladies out there, y'all hear that, right? You're highly sexual. You're ultra hypersexual. the things y'all do in public. You know, I think the most remedial shit, you know, that whole twerking thing that was going on with a lot of some of the young sisters out here in the world. And a lot of those videos are going viral where you seeing these young girls, you know, twerking on top of speeding cars on the expressway and shit. Like an idiot. You know, the situation when the one girl was twerking in front of her so-called friend's car and they ran her over and shit. Another situation when a girl was twerking on a truck and fucking got unaligned by a damn fire truck, fell off, got ran over. But that shit, just looking at you ladies twerking on a speeding car on the expressway going about 70, 80 miles an hour, y'all motherfuckers is insane.
Translation, they'll sleep with you, but they don't see you as wife material. But what we're talking about here is marriage, long-term commitment, family, legacy. And the truth is, most non-black men are not selecting black women as wives, period. So if you're a black woman who truly wants to marry a white man and not just weaponize his hypothetical existence to insult black men, then you have to ask, what kind of woman do white men actually marry? What values do they want? How are we showing up in the market? Culturally, emotionally, behaviorally, and does it align with what those men are looking for? This isn't an insult, it's a wake-up call. If you're a black woman who wants to marry outside,
in other words, like my pastor says, that's not a criticism, it's just an observation. You know, you do realize that we do see y'all, right? Just like how y'all see us, we see y'all too. It ain't just a one-sided thing. Sometimes, like I say, sometimes we make these mistakes and make bad decisions that we regret later. But at least if you can recognize the mistakes, if you can recognize the character flaws, not only within yourself, but within others, you won't make those same mistakes again. And with that being said, he weighed his options. He dated with you for umpteenth years. It didn't work. You want to go off on different interviews, you know, bad mouthing it, but she's hating because she did a comment shortly after it was announced that they got engaged, and she gave this fake ass fucking congratulations online and shit. For what? Why? You know, you would kind of look at, especially an ex that didn't really it on your own way, but it didn't end well. And then they see you off somewhere else with a different relationship, and they go at you. That's kind of suspect to me, you know. But hey, what do I?
Your race, do it. Nobody's stopping you. No one's policing your love. The question isn't why aren't black men stepping up? The real question is why aren't white men stepping forward?
Greetings, you polite savages, and welcome to another Tip Talk.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Ladies, gentlemen, and polite savages, we are now about to embark on a journey sure to anger feminists and modern women alike. The only thing we can do is guarantee to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as we see it. So there's nothing else left to do but get on into it. Are you ready? Let's go. Well, you polite savages, sometimes reality smacks you dead in the face. You can wait in line for 5 years. You can wait patiently. Oh, you can sit there and say you don't go 50-50. You don't do this, you don't do that. And you can be a baddie. You could change a person's aura. He could change and mold himself to the image that you wanted him. When it all comes down to it, man, when the rubber hits the road, you have to understand that what you valued and you thought you brought to him did not necessarily equal the equity that you believed it did. So basically, it comes down to this. You thought that you were stepping him up and giving him that swag and that image. But what you fail to understand is a lot of people don't care about that. What a lot of folks care about is longevity, feasibility, and agreeableness. Do you possess those qualities, ma'am?
David Justice, who is a former MLB player, and just so happens to also be the ex-husband, Holly Berry. He went viral this week for saying that he divorced her because
I'm looking at my mom, and I'm a Midwest guy, so in my mind, I'm thinking a wife at that time should cook, clean.
Traditional.
You know, and then I'm thinking, okay, if we have kids, you know, is this the woman I want to have kids with and build a family with? And at that time, as a young guy, she don't cook, don't clean, don't really seem like motherly. And then we start having issues.
I was triggered. I'm always triggered by this conversation. You guys know that I can't stand cooking. I don't want to be in the kitchen. That is just not my life's purpose. I can't do it. Because, like, what is this? The 1950s?
And that's why you're by yourself. Some women literally look at this as slavery. What do you mean, cook? What do you mean, clean up? I'm too good for that. Well, you ain't gonna be good enough for a marriage. You're not gonna be good enough. You, like I said, you're gonna get smashed. Motherfucker gonna hit you. But of all you can do is boil up some water and make some ramen noodles and shit. You know, give them a dry ham sandwich with cheese and some bullshit with no fucking condiments and no bullshit like that. And you can't prepare a meal. You know, like, come on, man. You're not gonna get far in this world, man. You know, and another thing, like, you got some women that actually think they can cook and be making bedrock slop and shit. But, you know, who am I to judge? You know what I'm saying? I'm just a hungry man that like to eat. I got a weight problem. I can't wait to eat.
I'm so sick of this same tired conversation. Can you cook? Do you want to have kids? Like, there's just so many more important conversations that we should be having. I do think that marriage is not a domestic service contract. Where the hell did this gender norm come from that women must be in the kitchen?
It's called what the fuck's been going on with families since the beginning of time, you dodo bird. It's called a marriage. It's called a union. And seeing there's people like her that don't honor that covenant. That's why they're not going to be successful in anything pertaining to a relationship. She's going to be looked at as just for what the fuck she is, as an object. If you try to divest, which she's the type, you know, because obviously, you know, a black man can't do nothing for her, or ain't got enough money for her, you know, and shit like that, because she likes to, you know, to prance around wearing all your shit that you bought. She ain't gonna have much success out here. And then, you know, of course, you know, they shit on, you know, content like mine and others that we're male or that we're women bashing. But hell, this is relationship bashing. In a sense, you're male bashing. In a sense, you're showing just how narcissistic that you are. And that's another thing that I hate. So many women try to throw that word out there about men being narcissistic, and you don't even understand the true meaning of the word. All come to find out that majority of the ones that always screaming narcissists are the true narcissists. Go figure that one out, right?
I'm 33 years old. I hate cooking, but obviously the reality is that gender roles are very outdated. If we can just fast forward to today, women make up nearly half of the workforce. They contribute significantly to household incomes.
Oh, that was before the 300,000 women just got laid the fuck off over the last few months. You know, it's an old clip. But this just shows to show you the kind of mindset that this woman has as far as her content for relationship and how she's making duties in a relationship, a marriage, seem like it's a detriment. You know, seem like it's a bad stain on your shirt. You know, it's a run in your fucking drawers or some shit. You know, it's just nasty. It's like, what are you talking about? Cooking, cleaning, this new standard. This is not a new standard. This has been a standard in relationships and unions of marriage since this country and this probably this world has been in existence. If you look throughout history, how many successful single people that you see out here in the world that really made a difference in history? I would.
And often they work just as many hours as the men do outside of the home. The cooking, the cleaning, the motherly behavior, we gotta let it go. And I think that the reality is the underlying point in all of this is that it's a tool that's used to shame women, to hinder women, to control women, and we're sick of it.
We already seen you reacting to the David Justice Holly Berry clip, ma'am. Do you think this is the ideal way that a man with status, a man with value, a professional athlete, somebody who literally plans on conquering the world wants his lady to react to situations, ma'am? You see, a lot of times you don't understand. You need to get on his program and not be on your program. But too many of the sisterhood thinks that their program is the only program. Oh, you should see the sisterhood twisting it and spinning it. When he
I mean, look at her. She just got to be seen, got to be twerking, gotta, have this, that, and the third on. Well, she's an attention whore, and that's all she's ever going to be regulated to, an attention-seeking asshole. You might pop up with a relationship here and there and stuff like that, just like Laura Harvey, another example of just a stank attitude ass bitch. That think that she's the prize. And unfortunately, her stepfather and other men have hoisted her mind to the point where she thinks she's all that, and that's how she treats people. Laura Harvey couldn't cut it with Michael B. Jordan, because Michael B. Jordan is a different caliber of a man. And she might be beating herself in the ass for that, for letting that go. But I mean, hey, to each his own. She probably don't care.
He was with her. Oh, he had the glow up. He had the black girlfriend effect. But when he went with the white girl, it was racism.
Travis Kelce proposing to Taylor Swift is a prime example of how Black women are constantly overlooked when it comes to commitment, longevity, proposals, weddings, and these men choosing us. Prior to Taylor.
What the fuck does Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift have to do with the outcomes of Black women in dating and marriage? What? What kind of bibble babble, driplet fucking bullshit is this bitch talking about, man? What the fuck does that have to do with anything? No. What it showed you, hello, lady, sir, I mean, whoever the fuck you are, it should show you that, damn, maybe you just wasn't it. What you thought was a contender is nothing but a pretender.
Taylor Swift, Kelce dated Kayla, who was a Black woman, for over 6 years. And that wasn't enough time for him to realize he wanted to be with her, to build a legacy, to propose, to commit. But 2 years was enough. How is a girl not your type if you're with her for 6 years?
I think it's truly one of the most heartbreaking and shattering things to see the guy you dated for many years expecting marriage out of, to within like a less than a couple years of dating, marry and like engage that woman.
People are being used as puppets and proxies, and Kayla Nicole was Exhibit A. You see, Kayla Nicole was perfectly fine when, for that 5 years she was with Travis Kelce. She was perfectly fine with it, but she didn't see, and she didn't know what we know. Now she's extra salty because Travis, after 5 years with her, the ride is over, and he's chosen the woman he really wants to be with. Kayla didn't understand that sometimes a man got to get something out of his system so he doesn't have to wonder what it was going to be like. And then he's going to go over here where there's responsibilities and he got to sacrifice things and so on and so forth. So
people are bringing race into this and saying that, well, you know, the white woman is a better option and he's leveled up, and trying to find all these issues with her just because Travis is now dating Taylor. But everybody's just drawing these conclusions just because. It can be great that Travis and Taylor are together. Awesome. Good for them. Why do you have to bring Kayla into it? It's the same thing with the commentary.
No one brought Kayla into it. She put herself into it when she got on fucking line and said that bullshit of a fucking congratulations to him. because she's been irrelevant. She ain't been on the scene. Ain't nobody been checking for her on social media. So she just had to put herself back out there just so people can talk about it because she needed the attention. And see, and that's what a lot of women got to understand that's in this modern day. Men don't like attention-seeking ass women that always got to be seen, that always got to be heard, always got to be got to have 50,000 pictures in their fucking stories and shit on their social media pages. No man of any substance, of any worth, or any man that's trying to really have a legacy is going to deal with a woman like that. Yeah, they'll deal with him in other ways, but they ain't gonna deal with him in a serious manner where they're gonna settle down with these women. When y'all ladies get these fucking phones and social medias about y'all ass and at y'all faces and really get back to what's really important, then maybe y'all understand that shit. But as long as y'all keep striving for attention, wanting to always put yourself out there, always want to fucking have thirst traps, always got to be heard, got to twerk on motherfucking restaurant tables and shit like that, and you wonder why y'all not getting married. Where am I wrong at? What part of the script is that? How is that popping in the hood? How is that happening on the block? What the fuck are we talking about?
Anytime a black man likes women outside of his race, right? The commentary is never, I like these women because of this. It's, I hate black women because of this. And again, it's like,
who said that anyone hated black women? See, that's some self-reflection upon yourself. It's like you're deflecting the root of the fucking matter. You just wasn't chose. You're negating the fact. You just wasn't good enough, man. Just like every man not gonna find a wife. It's likely. It does happen. Every woman's not gonna be a wife because every woman don't know how to be a wife. And every woman is not gonna get married. You're gonna be utilized and passed around like the football head your ass nigga that you are. Football head ass. Build a brick body face ass motherfucker.
it's like, why bring it up in the first place? The reason it's always brought up is because the deeper issue here isn't who the woman is or what's right or wrong with them. The issue is there's this need that mostly black men, I'm talking about mostly black men in the situation, is they'll kind of revel or take joy in any moment they can to bring down a black woman in order to praise another woman of another race. And it's just like, why can't you just highlight Taylor Swift without having to tear down Kayla Nicole?
Never mind that he left the upper middle class for a billionaire. Hell, what do you expect? We got to be intellectually honest when we're having these discussions. You have to not just run to the lowest common denominator, because to the bottom, we're always rushing. We have to understand the situation and what it really is. He left her for a billionaire, and 90% of the dudes out there would do the same damn thing. Because when it comes down to it, everybody doesn't value the same thing. Some people value longevity, attitude, you dig, the ability to easily not make a fool out of themselves in public by saying stupid things that everybody's going to react to. Or maybe when it came down to it, he just didn't mess with you. And you were good for a romp in the hay to sow his wild oats, but couldn't see a future with you. So it's kind of like he chose mayonnaise over hot sauce, pumpkin over sweet potato. He got raisins in his coleslaw, olives in his potato salad. But one thing he ain't got is someone who refuses to put in her fair share with some poor ass spending habits.
99.5% of white men are still marrying women who are not black. That's not systemic racism. That's market behavior. If black women want to marry
99.9% of white men are not marrying black women. You got those twos and fews here and there, but I guarantee you the black women that are married to these white men for a substantially long time, mind you, there are some that get through the cracks and might have just, gotten through until they really saw how much of a raging bitch you are, and they regretted that shit. But look at the quality of woman that woman is with that white man. 9 times out of 10, they don't move like Tracy Ellis Ross. They don't move like Holly Berry. They don't move like J Lo. It ain't moving like Kayla Nicole. You know, they're just not. Like I said before, it's not issues, it's you.
Marry more, period, whether it's black men, white men, or anyone else, then the question becomes, what needs to change for you to be perceived as suitable for marriage by any race of men? And no, this has nothing to do with beauty. Black women are beautiful. That's not the issue. The issue is image, attitude, behavior, public persona, and perception. You cannot simultaneously demand commitment while celebrating the very traits that men across the board say they avoid when seeking wives. If men of all...
In other words, you can't promote whoredom, thotism, throwing, you know,
It's time for the percolator.
You know, throwing it back, you know, off of prostitution music like the Sexy Reds, the Sukianas, the Cardi B's, the Meg, the Male Horse, and all this other shit. We're just not gonna take you seriously, y'all. Sorry. I know it, you know, y'all feel empowered, and you know, who people gonna tell me how they gonna check me. Well, they checking your ass.
All races say they value cooperation over confrontation, modesty over hypersexuality, peace over provocation, femininity.
All right, y'all heard that, right? Hold on, wait a minute. I should have went back to that. I cut that off too quick. Sorry. That was my fault. Hold on. Because these are good keys right here. Hold on. Okay, wait a minute. Let's go back. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm struggle streaming. Go back to that.
That men across the board say they avoid when seeking wives. If men of all races say they value cooperation over confrontation, modesty over...
Key points that ladies, he said, like I UD, huh? I'm sorry. I didn't catch that. You might have to retype that. Are you okay? Oh, I'm all right. It's just I'm having issues with my streaming, but you know, it could be my computer, it could be fucking StreamYard and all this other stuff. But yeah, cooperation over confrontation. We're all gonna have disagreements. Man and woman is not gonna totally agree on everything that we say to each other. That doesn't mean that you have to be confrontational. That doesn't mean that you gotta get to throwing shit. It don't mean that we gotta start name calling each other, sign language, deflecting the root of whatever discussions that we have. Not saying that you gotta listen to every goddamn thing that we say, but I mean, being a cooperative person takes you a long way. Modesty over hypersexuality. There's nothing wrong with putting on something to make yourself look nice, make yourself look sexy. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Men are visual creatures. We like to see these things. But every fucking time I turn around, you got on some booty shorts, you walking around Walmart with drawers on, with your ass cheeks hanging out, and a bonnet on, and these snuffleupagus eyelashes that can like scratch my back from like 2 aisles over and shit like that. No. And I don't know who told y'all that shit look good, but it really don't. Peace over provocation. Not saying that you got to be a docile person, but I mean, but damn, you know, men like to be at peace. femininity over masculine energy. We see this so much with a lot of the modern day women out here. The single, independent, I don't want a man, don't need a man women out here. Their masculine energy is through the charts.
Over hypersexuality, peace over provocation, femininity over masculine energy. You have to look in the mirror and collectively ask, how are we showing up in the world? When the ethnic image of Black women is dominated by combative attitudes, public celebrations of promiscuity, loud, hypersexual performances on TikTok and IG, constant declarations that we don't need men, then don't be surprised when men of all races see you as a good time, not a good wife.
Understand how cooking and cleaning makes you a good mom. Not someone that's nurturing, not someone who makes sure that you eat. Maybe she doesn't cook, but she will always make sure that you're fed. Huh? That's not important to nobody. Someone who can turn a house into a home, that's not important. Someone with integrity, ambition, agape love, those aren't qualities of a woman who could be a good mother. No, if she can cook or if she can clean. I don't know, you guys. I just feel like if you still live by this old adage of a woman needs to be able to cook and clean, you should get on TaskRabbit. They got 150,000.
Having technical, okay, there we go. Having technical difficulties with my streaming. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know what the fuck going on. But it's irritating the shit out of me. But yeah, what y'all think about that? It's pretty interesting. Little play on this whole Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce thing, you know, the whole Kayla Nicole with her hating on relationships, basically what it's saying. Here's another situation. Messi Michon actually talked about this. A lot of you divestors, you know, you Black women, y'all taking L's all over the place, man. We're gonna see what Messi had to say about it. But some of you sisters, y'all taking these L's with these white boys.
So narcissistic fiance. Okay, I got you, JP. Don't let these happy pictures fool you. These divestors be suffering because they only date for skin color.
It's been interesting. About a month has passed since I last saw him. He has made no attempt to contact me.
Hold on. And you another girl. What? He left you?
And it's been interesting. About a month has passed since I last saw him. He has made no attempt to contact me, no attempt to reach out to me, because I mean nothing to him. He is a user. He only does what benefits him, which is a narcissistic trait. If it doesn't benefit.
Yeah, y'all go with that damn word, narcissist. But let's see why he's such a user. Now, keep in mind, her white zaddy left and ain't coming back. And now she mad and she running to social media to cry about it. Even though we don't care, but we sure gonna talk about it because we talk about it over here.
Them, then they're not going to do it. And the reason he hasn't reached out to me is because I don't benefit him. In one of our arguments, when the relationship was over, he shouted at me and said that I didn't benefit. And for the first time, I actually asked him, what do you mean you didn't benefit? And he told me that I spent all this money on you. You won't marry me. You won't cook for me. You won't clean for me. We won't have sex. That definitely demonstrates to me that he was in a relationship, not because of love, but he wanted to get something. And the way he treated me at the end of the relationship was.
Well, hold on. Hold on. Did I just say what the fuck I thought I heard? Let's go back on that.
Wanted to get something. And the way he treated me at the end of the relationship was really despicable. He treated me like dirt. He was very in a relationship, not because of love, but he wanted to get something. And the way he treated me at the end of the relationship was really despicable. He treated me like dirt. He was very different for me. You won't clean for me. We won't have sex. That definitely demonstrates to me that he was in a relationship, not because of. And he told me that I spent all this money on you. You won't marry me. You won't cook for me. You won't clean for me. We won't have sex. That definitely demonstrates to me that he was in a relationship, not because.
You ladies do realize if you're not doing none of that shit, you think someone's just supposed to just be there for you? What are you there for? If you're not doing none of those things, like at all, what the fuck are we talking? How long do you think that's gonna last? But some of you black ladies, y'all get these white zaddies because they got a little paper, and y'all think y'all can rest, so to speak. You ain't got to worry about the bills. You ain't got to worry about the rent, the mortgage, the car note, getting your hair and nails and shit done, all this other bullshit. Because white zaddy's taking care of you.
Because of love, but he wanted to get something. And the way he treated me at the end of the relationship was really despicable. He treated me like dirt. He was very disrespectful. The way he spoke to me, his attitude, his demeanor, he treated me like he did not like me. That was how he behaved towards me. And
Hold on. Back the shit up, girl.
No, this
man said he spent all this shit on you and you wouldn't do shit for him, but he's the problem. Hold
It's
on.
been interesting. About a month has passed since I last saw him. He has made no attempt to contact me, no attempt to reach out to me, because I mean nothing to him. He is a user. He only does what benefits him, which is a narcissistic trait. If it doesn't benefit them, then they're not going to do it. And the reason he hasn't reached out to me is because I don't.
What? So a man's supposed to take care of a woman, protect a woman, provide for a woman, and all these things. And he's a narcissist because he wants you to cook, clean, and have sex with him. And that's a problem. And you wonder why the modern black woman is at the bottom of the bottom. Not the black bottom. Yeah, y'all black asses black. But at the bottom of the bottom when it comes to being married in this country. Y'all wonder. Y'all saying it's the men. They're narcissists. They're weird. They're controlling. You want traditional men in modern society, and you are talking like a fucking idiot.
They don't benefit him. In one of our arguments, when the relationship was over, he shouted at me and said that I didn't benefit. And for the first time, I actually asked him, what do you mean you didn't benefit? And he told me that I spent all this money on you. You won't.
So he spent all his money on you and you didn't do shit for him, but he's the. So he spent his money on you.
Cook for me.
You won't cook for the man. You won't have sex with the man. Then what the fuck are you? What are you there for? Well, he's a jackass too for having your punk ass there.
He shouted at me and said that I didn't benefit. And for the first time.
Because y'all look at this picture. Don't they look happy down here? Child, you over here taking pictures and shit. You out in public. So clearly he didn't have no problem with this. You're out in public. He's smiling.
So basically you took advantage of this man, wallet, sincerity, and willingness to fucking put up with your punk ass for however long that he put up with. And to the point where he can't take it no more. Now, and this is something that is true. A lot of men don't necessarily leave relationships first. Men don't traditionally divorce women first. Men don't traditionally break up in relationship with a woman first. You have to be a special kind of a punk bitch for a man to get this fed up with you that he leaves you all the way a fuck alone. Not spin the block, not nothing. Yeah. Like my man, shit, his name right now. Can't think of it right now. What one of the content creators that I watch, hell, he call them bet wenches. You know, that terminology really needs to get put back out in the stratosphere and be viral, because there's a lot of bed wenches out here. And this is definitely one.
Because that last dude looked like he was miserable as fucking hell.
I actually asked him, what do you mean you didn't benefit? And he told me that I spent all this money on you. You won't marry me. You won't cook for me.
And he wanted to marry. Goodbye, ma'am. Girl, if you don't go to hell and shut the fuck up. So he wanted to marry you. You didn't want to do that. He's the fucking
all this money on you. You won't marry me. You won't cook for me. You won't clean for me. We won't have sex. That definitely demonstrates to me that he was in a relationship, not because of love, but he wanted to get something.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't. Who's taking this woman on, Bueller? Who is taking this woman on, Bueller? Child, I can't. Well, I'm sorry you had to be here for this foolishness, Miss AB. You know you're always welcome. Thank you so much for stopping through. I appreciate you. Yeah, Fit Granny. She's the damn user. Like, what are we talking about right now? What are we talking about right now? You sound crazy. She sound crazy saying this shit. Absolutely crazy. I'm like, did I hear what I just thought I heard? You ain't doing shit for that man, but he a fool for taking your ass. And he wanted to marry you, and he's showing you that he's interested in you. You still complaining. Child, you cannot make certain.
And the craziest thing is she's saying this shit with a straight face. I mean, like, she's really real life. Like, how dare he? How dare he talk like that about me? I'm a black queen. You're supposed to respect me, kneel down to me. Motherfucker, if you don't get your punk bum ass up out of here, the fuck? There are some bum women out here. Trust and believe. They are some bum ass women out here. Think they shit don't stink. You can't tell them shit. You can't point out the flaws in them. They don't have no flaws. They perfect. It's you. You the motherfucking problem. You the one that got the issues. And wonder why they keep having bad situation after bad situation after bad situation. People like this that throw this kind of energy out don't really have blessings come their way. They always going to constantly end up on the short end of the stick. Just be a lesson learned, ladies. Don't be like her.
Certain people happy. I don't know why he would have wasted all that daggone time, however long it was, child.
And the way he treated me at the end of the relationship was really despicable. He treated me like dirt. He was very disrespectful, the way he spoke to me, his attitude, his demeanor. He treated me like he did not like me. That was how he...
Girl, I don't like you. Girl, I don't like you. You deserved it all.
Behaved towards me. And I know this is the discard.
You didn't say he slapped the shit out of you, so I think he was holding very good restraint.
Attitude, his demeanor. He treated me like he did not like me. That was how he behaved towards me. And I know this is the discard phase when you're in a relationship with a narcissist. And for me, the way that he behaved spoke volumes. I will say that at no point in the relationship was I ever physically attracted to him whatsoever.
Ma'am, so you in a relationship, you never physically attracted to the damn man. He's still trying to marry you and spend money. Both of these people was crazy, child. Both of these people was crazy. This sounds crazy as hell. What the people, y'all keep wasting your lives on bullshit, okay? Keep wasting your fucking life. You gonna be crying like that bitch talking about I'm old because I'm in my late 20s. Brain fucking warped. And you really gonna be old like her, sitting up here talking about he's the problem because he wanted to spend all this money on me. He wanted to marry me. He took care of me even though I wasn't giving him shit, but he a narcissist. Ma'am, I think you might be the narcissist, actually. Everybody is crazy.
Which made it very, very, very easy to not want to kiss him. And I don't desire sex because I was abused. And so for me, abused as a child, just to be clear, sexually from 4 to 10. So for me, I had no desire. Like, if I'm not physically attracted to you, that is going to make things so much easier.
Ooh, Lord have mercy. How did I get here? Child, how did I get here? I don't even know. That sounds so stupid. That sounded so stupid. I can't. But that's not it, y'all. That's not it. What time is it? Oh, shit, ain't even been 2 hours yet. Lord, Lord, Lord. We got time. Oh, my God. Divester will never promote this. Divester is upset that she has to pay child support to her white baby. It's not funny. It just sounds like a stupid-ass title. I gotta pay child support to my white baby daddy. Does it matter whether he's white or not? Lord.
Hey, fucked up. Shit. The fuck y'all be thinking the grass is greener on the other side when you go for white meat. And sometimes y'all run into some Pookies and Ray Rays too on the white side, what they probably called Billies and Jim Bobs. is that the white version of Pookies and Ray Rays? Billies and Jim Bobs, Billy Bob, shit like that.
Check this out, okay? So me and my baby dad ended up having a battle, and we went to court for custody over our kids. It ended in us getting joint physical custody, joint legal custody, shared, split down the middle, as split as you could get it with the kids, okay? 2 days a week with mom, 2 days a week with dad, alternating weekends between parents, okay? We also signed a 0 child support order saying that neither party pays either person child support because of the equal parenting time. Each parent is responsible for taking care of the kids when they have them, okay? Okay, sounds all good and dandy until your bum-ass baby dad with said children signs up for public assistance. Public assistance because he doesn't want to get.
Okay, so your baby dad's a bum. But you laid up and had a child with this bum. So what does that make you? This shit be killing me sometimes when we hear these reactions from people and their run-ins with bad relationships and they want to try to expose the men and make them look better.
Lord, help you.
Check this out, okay?
Actually, Lord, help me. Lord, help me. I need some help. Woo! All right, back to this.
Dad ended up having a battle, and we went to court for custody over our kids. It ended in us getting joint physical custody, joint legal custody, shared, split down the middle, as split as you could get it with the kids, okay? 2 days a week with mom, 2 days a week with dad, alternating weekends between parents, okay? We also signed a 0 child support order saying that neither party pays either person child support because of the equal parenting time. Each parent is responsible for taking care of the kids when they have them, okay? Okay, sounds all good and dandy until your bum-ass baby dad with said children signs up for public assistance. Public assistance because he doesn't want to get a job, okay?
Oh no, not another white man. She's trying to say ain't got no money, but he got the kid. He signed up for welfare, and now she mad because when you sign up for welfare, that money had to be paid back, and it's the other parent that typically has to pay that back. I'm just saying.
This is an able-bodied man, no disabilities, okay? I should also point out, not only is he an able-bodied man living in a patriarchy, he's an able-bodied white man living in the patriarchy, okay? Who wants to be on...
Child, what the patriarchy got to do with this? She reaching.
Government assistance with his children as opposed to getting a job. So guess what happened? Did you guess? Okay, let me just go ahead and tell you, okay? I did a fucking letter from whoever the fucking county stating that they want to vacate that order of 0 support because he's on public assistance, and that means I need to be paying him child support.
That's how it works.
What? Okay, I have to pay him child support.
Yeah, you got
because he's choosing not to do more in life.
Now he ain't doing more.
Check this out.
I tell you, it's tough out here for a divester. Allegedly.
We do not care.
It's hot out here for y'all ladies, huh? It's getting hot out here. But, some of y'all do it to yourselves. Hold on. Think, hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. The hell? Why is it not showing up? I was trying to post something in the chat, but for whatever reason, hold on. 1 second. There we go. Hold on. That's interesting. It's actually not letting me okay, that popped up. If any of my moderators, hey, what's up, Dr. Manhattan? If any of my moderators can do me a favor and post a link for the Black Bottom Roscast in the chat for those that want to be, subscribe and things like that. Share that, like, share, and subscribe it. Michonne had a few other things that she was talking about that we're going to react to. She's definitely going to break down the issue that went on in Chicago, but definitely is breaking down another crash out with Kendra G. Because obviously Kendra G is in her feelings about people using her platform for content. And now that she got this app, she's basically on a headhunter tip as far as like reporting different content creators' pages for reacting to her content, which in YouTube is all fair use. We have the fair use to react to other people's content, and you should want to feel good that there's other content creators that's reviewing your content. You don't like it because you feel that people are talking about you. Yeah, we are, but it's also giving your platform more of a reach. But people with low IQ don't look at it like that. Also, there was a situation not too long ago, about a week or so ago, Snoop Dogg had some words to say about an in particular movie that he just recently took his grandchild to, that had, the cartoon that had a lot of ABC isms in it. And he felt like he didn't want his children seeing that shit, which I don't blame him, because I don't want my children seeing things in that circle that they're not prepared to, to be watching. And I don't understand why a lot of you liberal-minded people out here think that it's cool to put your sexual orientations in front of children. Yeah, I think that's kind of wild. But he wound up apologizing to this tranny, porn star tranny, T.S. Madison, which I wouldn't have fucking. But see, I understand, because that community is in so many different avenues of entertainment, shit like that. Oh, y'all was trying to cancel Snoop. Now, I don't agree with all Snoop's, mindsets and how he's done things over the years and how he's gotten to where he's gotten. But I still respect him for being who he is. But I'm not going to cancel him just because he doesn't want his grandchild to see something that, the ABC community are promoting in a child's cartoon. That's kind of fucking taking it over the top.
Never been bullied. I will never be bullied. Never. Ever. Anyway, I'm so disappointed. Whatever. Moving on. Lord help your people. Where am I going? Let's go to this bullshit. Shout out to the neighborhood talk. It says, a damn shame. A group of Birmingham mothers arrested after pushing and encouraging young girls to fight one another in a now viral video. Where is the corn queen, ABCD corn queen, to discuss any of this? You think she gives a fuck? My fault. Shout out to Decline Management. Thank you, honey. He said Biden took bankruptcy and fresh starts away. Child, I can't. Can you see this picture? Child, the one on the far left look like ABC. Actually, They all look ABCD-ish. They all look like they could be taking a book out of T.S. Madison's pages. The caption reads from the Neighborhood Talk. Neighbors, this is a mess. A group of parents are in hot water and have been kicked out of their homes after stirring the pot in some school-age drama. According to WVTM 13, Khadijah Weaver, Jasmine Hedelberg, Tiara Williams, and Diana Young were all arrested and charged with contributing to the delinquency of a minor. They're all between the ages of 27 and 32. But that didn't stop them from encouraging middle school students to attack each other. Well, you don't know.
So, and you wonder why some of these kids are doing what the fuck they doing and moving how they moving. They bum ass fucking mamas is going out here initiating them that.
"27 to 32, that means their frontal lobe wasn't fully developed. It's not their fault. Oh my God. They're just trying to feed their families." The Birmingham Police Department says their high-intensity community, or child, what the fuck? Their high-intensity community-oriented police patrol unit, what in the hell, was called to the Tom Brown housing community, of course, the Tom Brown housing community, child, which is probably on Martin Luther King Boulevard, on August 28th after a report of a fight. An investigation was started and showed that the women took part in instigating the fight, encouraging it, and physically pushing the two girls to fight each other. In a video that was posted to social media, you can see the girls swinging and pulling hair while the parents gather around without stopping the altercation. Not only did this result in their arrest, but they were also evicted after the Housing Authority of Birmingham, of course, issued a statement making it clear that violence isn't tolerated in their communities. Well, then that means that they should be put out, because that is they violated their Section 8, basically, their HUD, because that's what this means at the end of the day. The Birmingham Police Chief, Michael Pickett, also shared a message about parental responsibility. Child, what is that? Child, what is that foreign word? I have two words. Parental accountability, Pickett said. "We have zero tolerance for parents who encourage, promote, or facilitate violence among our youth. These swift arrests were made to send a clear..."
Something in the law and a rule should be put out here in Chicago. If you can't control your motherfucking children, if your children out here victimizing people and raising hell and fucking shit up and doing what the fuck they just did this past weekend, in the city of Chicago over the holiday weekend, yeah, the parents need to be held accountable for that shit. She was just celebrating 1 million subscribers. Yeah, I know. And had the audacity to do her rant. Good for her. It took her all that time, to finally get to 1 million subscribers with her trash ass fucking show, which Kevin Samuels had got to 1 million subscribers once he went viral in less than a year. Let that sink in for a moment.
Clear message. Now the parents have to uproot themselves and their kids' thoughts. That's how the Neighborhood Talk wanted to end this. Neighborhood Talk ended this with, now the parents have to uproot themselves and their kids. That's how they had to end it. Like the people who caused this are the put upon people. As if something happened to them, as if someone did something to them. They're the fucking perpetrators. Child, like I said earlier, Khalid, stay all the way the fuck away from me. Shout out to Mr. Wombat. Thank you, honey. Says Snoop went from Red Rummer was the case to bending the knee to the LDHTV community. What a clown. I agree. Still pissed off about that. But let me play this mess because, yeah, there's audio.
Is making the rounds on social media. Girls fighting as adults
No, he didn't say anything wrong, but you know, when you give your opinion about what you will or won't allow children to watch that's pertaining to the Skittle crew, you know, they get in their feelings. They get real emotional and they be getting ready to want to fucking cancel your ass. And hey, maybe some of his people, his camp probably told him, hey, it might be in your best interest, you know, to give an apology, you know, make a statement, you know, so you can get the heathens off your ass because shit. Just saying, thank God it ain't me, because you know I ain't got Snoop money or notoriety, so I wouldn't give a fuck, you know.
Look on, encouraging them. Thanks so much for joining us here. I'm Brittney Decker.
I'm Guy Rawlings. In the video you saw first on 13, we've blurred the faces of those involved. It's hard to tell which of them are the people charged, and there are minors in the video.
Our WVTM 13's Bryce Oslin has been following this story all weekend and spent the day in Tom Brown Village.
Video shows two young girls punching, pulling hair, and fighting at the Tom Brown Village. The Birmingham Housing Authority released a recorded statement the day of the incident.
When crime happens, we see it, and we also take action.
Police say the girls fighting attend Hayes Middle School, and they arrested these four women for contributing to the delinquency.
So, first of all, Khadijah looked like an ABCD person, first of all. For real, for real. For real, for real. But other than that, do these people look like they even give one damn? They're going to be setting.
No, they don't. And these are the strong, independent black women that don't need a man, don't want a man, and you can't tell them how to raise their kids, and you can't tell them how to live their life, or you can't tell them where they can twerk at, where they can steal at, where they can scam at, and take advantage of men. And you can't tell these women that kind of shit, man. That's almost like saying something right, you know. Like, what the fuck? What are we doing here? Why are we even talking about these fine young gentlemen, ladies, whatever the fuck?
Setting up a GoFundMe allegedly soon so that y'all can donate, because it's not right and it's racist that they got to put out of the housing project. But y'all, this is what you expect.
Oh, they got put out of the housing project behind this? Why y'all victimizing these poor women? All they trying to do is just live a good, clean, wholesome life. Why y'all put them out of the housing project? You know, why you put them out the ghetto? Now they gonna be ghettoing it somewhere else. Now they homeless. Now they ain't got nowhere to lay their head. Now they ain't got nowhere to drink their Hennessy on Fridays. They ain't got nowhere to get ready for the club, leaving their kids in the crib and shit. You know, how could we do this to these women? This is fucked up. This is bullshit. I'm gonna shut this shit down.
Expect at this level, so it's not even a surprise. But that's why these kids is out here being gremlins, because they're being raised by gremlins and encouraged to do gremlin things, which we already know, especially if you've watched The Wire. Come on now, I know it's a TV show, but it's rooted in the truth. This is what they do. This is what they do for fun. See, this class here, not the people I be talking to, really, at the end of the day. Really, not the class of people that I be talking to. Let them people be where they're gonna be, because it ain't never gonna change. But there's a step above them, not middle class, but there's a step above them that just want to be so downtrodden that they want to be in this class for some reason, and then think that everyone should take care of them, and anything that they have to do shouldn't be done just because they're them. Those are the people that need to get themselves together. People like this have always been this way, and they're always going to be this way. I promise you, if they cover it, they'll be whining and crying that they ain't got no place to go. You think you should have thought about that before you was over here on the dime of, where is this, Birmingham, while they was paying for your asses and your kids? And who the hell is effing Khadijah? That's what I want to know, Bueller. Who in the F is effing Khadijah to give Khadijah a kid? See, that don't look good for you colored men. I'm just saying.
That's what I be saying, brothers. We gotta be more mindful where we throwing our seeds at, man. I understand it was probably one of them drunk nigga nights. It was probably 2 a.m. She answered the phone on the first ring and shit, and you ain't want to, hightail it back to the house. You still want to be out in the street. This is what happens, man. Fuck around with the wrong motherfucker. Now you got a baby by this woman, and she got her kids out here fighting in the streets and shit. Instigated on top of that. Now, it'd be something different if, like, it was a situation where your child has been bullied, and your child never did anything, just kept taking the bully, just kept taking the punishment, kept taking the abuse, and you just said enough is enough. The next time you see this bully and he's or they are gathered around their friends, and the bullies always be the loudest one. And I was always taught the loudest one in the group is always the weakest one. That's who you hit in the mouth first. I'm not condoning violence right now, but that's just what it is. My generation, that's just how we grew up to know, the loudest person in the group is always the scariest one. And that's the first one you hit in the mouth.
Because it's like, so y'all be out here taking down any old thing. I know y'all be asking those same questions. So,
of a minor. On Friday, Birmingham Police Chief Michael Pickett released a statement admonishing the women and saying in part, "We have zero tolerance for parents who encourage, promote, or facilitate violence among our youth." Birmingham City Councilor Darrell O'Quinn represents the district where Tom Brown is located. He released a statement saying, "Scenes like this are why the council supports community-based violence intervention programs." He says what happened is troubling, and he supports BPD's efforts to hold parents accountable. Now the women may be looking for a new home as well as facing charges.
Eviction notification were sent to those individuals ASAP.
Sorry, but not sorry. Like I said, more cities in our communities need to have these kind of penalties. But your badass kids out here doing what the fuck they doing, since you don't want to do nothing and that's not your baby, and your baby don't do no wrong and shit like that, get shot up and deleted, got shot up 89 times, but he didn't do nothing wrong. Going to prison for 30, 40 years, but they ain't do nothing wrong. Yeah, some of you parents do need to be held accountable for the actions of your fucking seeds, your demon spawns, your niggers. Yeah, it do.
I think the beeping means it needs to be charged. So let me go ahead and charge it up, because I don't want no interruptions. Hold on. Thank God they put her out.
It's just crazy, man. And I don't feel
I should
bad.
say put them out, because that's where they belong, out.
In Birmingham, Bryce Osland, WVTM 13.
All right. Ciao. Anyway.
We reached out to the Birmingham Housing Authority today for an update. Late this afternoon, they sent us a statement saying all their properties are equipped with 24-hour surveillance to ensure residents are safe. The Housing Authority tells us they served eviction notices Thursday to 2 of the people involved, and they issue notices to residents at all their communities, reminding folks about their lease policies.
Disturbing.
So understand something. When you stand in other people's shit, there are rules. I don't understand why a lot of you motherfuckers don't think that in this day and time, cameras are not every fucking where. They're everywhere, especially in housing complexes where a gang of you motherfuckers is living at. You single, strong, independent black women with your 4, 5, 7 kids by 8 different men and shit like that. I mean, don't get mad at me. This is just what the fuck it is, And some of these places just not having this shit. But if you got certain rules with wherever you stay at, you got to abide by those rules. If not, you can't stay there, and you need to find yourself somewhere else to go.
So you didn't put everybody.
This is amazing.
So you didn't put all 4 of them out. Only 2 of them. One of them better be Khadijah, child. And Reaper, no, I wouldn't even do this to y'all. These are not the wives that I'm talking about, child. This is the class that there's no helping. Okay, that's why I had to make sure I explained it. I wouldn't even do that to y'all. I love y'all enough to not put this on y'all's backs. But these are the people that Umar wants y'all to marry. These are definitely the people that Umar wants y'all to marry. I promise you. We should bring him on and ask him. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Trinidad. I don't know what you're mad for. I didn't do it. This is not my fault. I just report the news here. This is all I do. I'm more mad about that Snoop story than I'm mad about these bitches because I can expect this, right? Anyway, we're moving on. Let's go over here. We have a word from Kendra G, if you can believe it. Why you really don't have a relationship and why you don't have a man and why you don't have a marriage, which has absolutely nothing to do with fair use, YouTube, your fucking content or anything else. It's about all of these bitches' attitudes and who the fuck they think they are. And this is who Kendra has always been. And this is when she really does show it. Fuck that bitch. And I will not miss her one fucking bit.
Hey, I ain't mad at her. Because, you know, y'all got Auntie pissed off. You know, when Auntie get pissed off, she come for you. And she ain't lying. This is the kind of platform that Kendra over the last 5 years have put out here to show the dysfunction in our community, to show the lack of awareness with a large majority of the women that come on there, that show her disdainment for men and her hatred for men and her lack of respect for men, but let these women go run amok on her damn show. Say all kind of bullshit. The only time that I really see her pushing back with a woman on her platform is a woman that she doesn't really see that attractive. So that kind of lets me know that she kind of like a latent homosexual or some bullshit. You know, I mean, maybe she a secret dyke and she just ain't came out the closet yet. It's probably why she can't, you know, keep a man. I mean, who knows?
Moving on. Let's go to Chicago, child. 53. It looks like the total is 53 SHOTs, 7 fatally and Labor Day weekend SHOTs across Chicago, even though I do believe the number is 8 deleted.
A deadly Labor Day weekend in Chicago as President Trump continues to set his eye on the city, threatening to send in the National Guard as early as this week. At least 52 people have been shot in Chicago over the Labor Day weekend. 7 of those victims.
Hold on. Did her part get cut out with Kendra G?
Moving on. Let's go to Chicago, child. 53. It looks like the total is 53 SHOTs, 7 fatally and Labor Day weekend SHOTs across Chicago, even though I do believe the number is 8 deleted.
Oh, wow.
A deadly Labor Day weekend in Chicago as President Trump continues to.
For whatever reason, wow. That part of her video, because that was taken from her live earlier. She had a lot to say, and I want to really see her reaction to that shit. They literally took that part out of the video. Wow. That is crazy. That is crazy. Hold on. That is insane, y'all. Well, you know what? We just gonna let it play. I mean, this is other shit that we're gonna be talking about as far as what's going on here in Chicago. Okay, only thing said his grandson asked him how 2 women could have a baby. He said wasn't prepared to answer that question, like all we was trying to do was watch a movie with, right. You know, Yeah, I do remember him saying that. And because that was what I forgot the name of the movie. I don't give a shit about that movie. I'm not gonna watch that movie. But wow, they literally cut this part out of her video. Wow. All right, well, let's talk about
To
Chicago's
set
bullshit.
his eye on the city, threatening to send in the National Guard as early as this week. At least 52 people have been shot in Chicago over the Labor Day weekend. 7 of those victims died.
The violence included 3 mass shootings that happened at Haddon in California, in Chicago's Humboldt Park neighborhood, and 2 in Chicago's Bronzeville neighborhood, 35th and State and 36th rather, and Cottage Grove. ABC 7's Jasmine Miner talked to people in Bronzeville about concerns about 2 mass shootings happening within 48 hours.
Many here in Bronzeville describe the neighborhood as on the come up, and they say they're not going to let the violence stop the positive work they're doing. For one woman, that means keeping kids healthy, active, and on the field.
There you go. All right, y'all. They not gonna leave. Nice. Stay there. Good luck to them.
We're gonna push through because it disservices the kids.
Alexis Hawthorne, owner of the top-tier university football youth program, says even gun violence won't keep her from serving kids in need. Their practice comes just a few hours and down the road from a mass shooting early this morning. 5 people were shot near 36th and Cottage Grove near Ellis Park, including a 17-year-old who was in critical condition.
At the end of the day, to have one person that was critically injured and 4 folks in the hospital, whatever the situation was, it was senseless.
It is the second mass shooting in Bronzeville in the last 48 hours. The other happened on
Damn, the second in 48 hours. So this is the second one. Lord help your people. I thought it was the one we already talked about.
Saturday night near 35th and State, where 7 people were hurt during a drive-by. Those like Alderman Pat Howell are taking action, telling ABC 7 in a statement, "I have long asked for additional police manpower to deal with
good old Pat.
Large illegal gatherings and pop-up parties that routinely occur throughout the Bronzeville neighborhood. It follows Mayor Brandon Johnson signing an executive order this week to avoid the Trump administration from sending the National Guard into the streets of Chicago.
That nigga sitting up there trying to act like he did something. So that's supposed to stop Donald Trump from doing something. That's what Brandon thinks. Child.
Us as people, we can come together and fix it out on our own. We don't need no one to come here and, wreck shake our community.
Others.
Hold on.
From sending the National Guard into the streets of Chicago.
Us as people, we can come together and fix it out on our own. We don't.
Us as people can fix it on our own. Us as people can come together and fix it on our own. Who knew? How come they haven't fixed it thus far? I'm a little confused. What I'm missing?
From sending the National Guard into the streets of Chicago.
Us as people, we can come together and fix it out on our own. We don't need no one to come here and, wreck shack our community.
Others think
wreck shack her community because it's doing so well so far. Okay, girl, you go, girl.
The troops could help.
I got kids, and I want to see the community better. I run every day out here. I exercise out here. So for the street to be safer, I think it's really good.
But Hawthorne says her football program does just that. Teaching kids a healthier way to have fun.
We're going to do whatever it takes to make sure that these kids have somewhere to come.
Alderman Lamont Robinson tells ABC 7 that Chicago police do have 1 person in custody from the shooting this morning.
Awesome.
Reaper.
Awesome. You're awesome. You're awesome.
I know you effing.
You're awesome.
Reaper. Awesome. Oh my God. Reaper. Y'all. Oh my God. Reaper, that is 50 memberships.
You're awesome.
Boo. Oh my goodness gracious. What is going on? Thank you so much. Y'all better be saying thank you to Reaper as these memberships are handed out. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you so much. Child.
You're awesome.
You must be trying to hear something.
How we doing, young kings? Stay focused. Y'all know the rules. Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never. Never.
Black queens forever.
Yeah, I just looked over her video that she did with this. Yeah, they literally cut it out because she was saying some shit. Kendra was going on ranting, talking about how she got 15 videos removed for using her shit and how it's all copyright infringement and shit like that. And then got to talking shit about married people and how stupid, your husbands are, and just went on a big ass fucking rant. She be saying shit, I swear to God, it's gonna get somebody to knock upside her damn head. And like I said, I'm not trying to incite violence, but she be saying some off the wall ass shit and be clowning on people, and she think that shit's sweet. But let's see how this shit go, because you know she just solely wants everyone to go on her whack ass app to do her dating stuff, and she ain't doing nothing to help nobody. Okay, I don't see no positive outcomes that come on her platform. I don't see anything remotely productive. Hell, Ask Ashley, in my opinion, is a better content creator on the dating aspect is Kendra G. And hell, at least Ashley is fucking married. But all y'all bitches want to run to Kendra. I'm so pissed off. I'm hoping that she actually saved that. And well, actually, she said this is going to be the last time she's going to talk about Kendra anyway. But I really wanted y'all to see that, because she did an epic on Kendra. And she probably got that shit reported. And being that it was only a small portion of her live video, YouTube probably removed that part. This is fucking crazy.
To stop. Goodbye, sir. You so crazy. I can't take it. Come on, y'all. Let's hear what he got to say.
What do you think the status of crime is at this point in Chicago? And what could the introduction of some federal presence do?
Look, trends are positive. Crime trends are going down. It's good news.
Meanwhile, in Chicago, everybody got to get down. Everybody got to get down because they shoot. Everybody down. Look, the kids are running. They shooting. We can't have no fun in Chicago, man. No fun, man. This is terrible.
So this video is going around. Let me rewind it on TikTok, right? Remember the lady that's out there saying that they can fix it themselves and she got the football team? Well, this is a referee at a football practice, and they came out SHOOT in the daytime, kids around. Remember, or if you didn't watch the video from this morning, which was from Wilmington, Delaware, which is where FDMG is located, they had a SHOOT yesterday afternoon at about 1 o'clock or so. And in the middle of the day, in the middle of cookouts, in the middle of the street, it's all on fucking Ring camera. Child, they got it under control, though. Chicago is doing great.
Are going down. It's good news.
Meanwhile, in Chicago, everybody got to get down. Everybody got to get down because they shoot. Everybody down. Look, the kids are running. They shooting. We can't have no fun in Chicago, man. No fun, man. This is terrible. I would throw a goddamn flag. Because this y'all neighborhood.
So we got to talk. Any racism in there, Bueller? White supremacy, discrimination? Anybody? Did anybody see any, Bueller?
Talk about Chicago, a liberal city that is facing an impending illegal immigration, ICE crackdown / crime crackdown as well too. I think that the crackdown against the illegals is going to come before the crime crackdown. Who knows? But according to reports, there is good reason to believe that the Trump administration is going to launch a major militarized ICE operation in Chicago. Okay, and Democrats have been panicking over this for about a week now. Okay, and news out of Chicago this Labor Day weekend is not really helping the Democrats.
You know what? 9 times out of 10, and Kendra is real good at doing this shit. Her rant, it was actually labeled that she was talking about copyright infringement and YouTube action video, shit like that. I don't see it online. I don't even see it on her page, even though I'm not subscribed to her YouTube. She normally puts this shit on her pages. She probably took that whole thing down. So one, she probably took it down because it was real disrespectful how she was coming at people. And YouTube probably made Messy Miss Shine. They probably self-edited that part out of the video. So shit, we can't react to it, but okay.
Democrats in their case that Chicago is not a crime-ridden shithole, right? Because this Labor Day weekend, over 50 people have been shot. I believe around 8 to 10 people have been killed so far, right? In counting, but 50 people have been shot. While Democrats are out here talking about how crime is down, Chicago is safe, right? This is what they're saying. While you have these types of news stories coming out of Chicago, showing that the city is in fact not.
Now they're not saying that it's safe. I haven't heard anybody really say that, but they just keep saying crime is down. So whenever,
right, keep saying it's down. Hold up. That's just crazy, man. That one part of the video, they took it off her live stream. That is crazy. Right. Anton's going to talk more about what's going on, what happened over the weekend here in Chicago. Well, in Chicago, because I don't stay in Chicago. I just stay in Illinois.
Oakland neighborhood.
It's one of dozens of shootings in Chicago during the holiday weekend. Judy Wang is live from police headquarters with more.
CPD will release the official numbers tomorrow morning. We counted 50 people shot, 8 of those people killed so far this holiday weekend. That is since Friday evening. At least 3 of the weekend incidents were those with multiple victims, including this morning's shooting, which happened in a South Side park. That shooting occurred in Ellis Park just after 1 this morning, just steps from the University of Chicago Charter School. Police were in that area responding to a disturbance when they heard gunfire. They found 5 people shot near 36 and Cottage Grove. The victims included a 17-year-old boy who is in critical condition at the University of Chicago Hospital.
At what point will we start to actually have an honest conversation about why they monetizing crime inside of Chicago? We know that this is coming. We know that when the weather changes and it gets warm, or when it's a holiday, or when people is not at work and they're not busy, that the people in Chicago and the people across multiple cities across the United States of America is going to be absolutely obsessed with killing each other. How many more 17-year-old boys needs to be murdered? And let's be very clear, right? Because I will be holding Brandon Johnson accountable in this video, like I always do, because he's an elected official and he's paid for with taxpayer dollars. And he's fighting the Trump administration from bringing the necessary reinforcements to preserve life. And if Black lives matters, or any lives matters, American lives matters in any community, then that means that you have to do everything to preserve that life. If it really matters to you, it's not about whether or not you juking the stats and crime. It's not about whether or not it's a political thing. You put politics aside, you put everything aside if that is your job to preserve life. Educate, preserve life, public safety, make sure that people have great public transportation, inviting businesses in, creating a business environment instead of raising taxes and property taxes where people are losing their home and they stealing them from Crook County. You know what I'm saying? They call it Crooked County because so many people lose their homes to the city of Chicago that reissues it back onto the market under the guise of getting a cheap home so that they can collect property taxes from it. And this person is just continuously fighting. And of course, we got to hold the parents accountable. I'm going to get to that also. But why would they be fighting the Trump administration from coming into Chicago and stopping crime, similarly to how they did over in D.C.? Why has this become a cultural norm where we fight back against things that's not best for us? And that's a question to you guys in the chat. I would love for you guys to give me that insight because, number one, yes, I do think that the parents are the culprit and the culture is the culprit. And anything that is happening after 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, and you're 17 years old out on the streets. I just did a previous report yesterday how drive-bys right across the street from the Chicago police station got multiple people injured. They say over 8 people has been killed so far, and it's not over. Let's be clear. It's not over. We still got last night. We still got tonight because it's Labor Day weekend as of the recording of this video. And, it's more opportunity for us to put together these stats. And, while the mayor is over there playing the drums at a Chicago fest or something like that, it seemed as though, he would be making sure that he'd been working with the Trump administration to try to, invite and coordinate and provide them an opportunity for them to be able to park their vehicles and trying to figure out exactly where the most crime is happening. and using their data and statistics, even though they pulled out a shot spotter to identify exactly where all of the bullets are going off of, so that the police can respond accordingly. And even though they're down over 2,000 police officers and they need all of the reinforcements that they can get, what they're doing is they're playing with the budget, right? You got a $1.15 billion, I'm sorry, I don't want to misstate, $1 billion, another year budget deficit that they're projecting, which obviously we know that they project down. He's trying to take out high interest loans so that they can try to give budgets for the schools because they $734 million in the hole. And he's fighting Trump also at the same time to prevent him from coming in and helping. And so instead of working with the Trump administration and the federal government to try to figure out how to do what's best for Chicago, they continue to monetize crime and they ask for federal dollars so that they can have community advocates. Let's continue into this, man.
Detectives are questioning someone in connection with the shooting. Police found 4 guns at the scene. Social media posts indicate a reunion party was taking place in the park. 7 people were shot about a mile away near 35th and State late Saturday. Police say a car.
It's just fucked up, man. You can't do nothing in the city and the hood without some bullshit jumping off. You get invited to a barbecue or some bullshit like that on the south side of Chicago, don't go. I understand that might be a family, might be a close friend. Don't go. Because the motherfuckers out there don't know how to act. I think it's the drugs. I think it's mental health, lacking of it. It's a number of things that's going wrong in the black communities in the city of Chicago, and not just the south side. It's out west, it's up north, it's all over. Right. And it's sad because, you know, I'm a beach type of person. I like going to certain beaches on the south side. Hell the fuck no. Now damn sure not gonna bring my children because I don't want to have them traumatized because of the bullshit that you motherfucking niggas is out there doing. Because y'all don't give a fuck about nothing. Y'all don't give a fuck about your life. You don't give a fuck about people around you. All you give a fuck about is that op. And what you gonna do to that? How you gonna get your get back or whatever the fuck y'all out here doing. It's fucking crazy.
Car with several people in it pulled up to a crowd. At least one person in that car opened fire. The victims were men and women, reported to be in good condition. CPD is also looking for suspects in a Humboldt Park shooting that wounded 4 people Sunday morning. This was also a drive-by incident with the shooters firing on a crowd that was outside from 2 cars at Haddon and California. Crime scene techs found nearly 70 shell casings. Now, the weekend victims also include a 14-year-old boy. He appeared to be the youngest victim. So,
I mean, 70 fucking times, 70 shell casings. I mean, god damn, man. You know what? Fuck it. You motherfucking liberals, you Democrats, y'all don't want Trump bringing in the National Guards into y'all cities. All right, cool. Y'all claiming that crime is down because only a small percentage of people are getting knocked off. Okay, great. It's still a percent. 1% is 1% too many people that you lose for violence in the streets in the city of Chicago and in other cities across the country. Put all these motherfuckers in the military. Since they want to shoot at each other and knock each other's heads off and all this other shit, put them in the military. You know, there was a thing back in the day, you know, right around slavery or a little bit after. Hell, I don't know if it was a true thing, but I know I saw it in a movie, Posse. Hell, criminals will get put in the military for life. Life. How about that? put these motherfuckers, since the prisons are so overcrowded, and even though you know people that's invested in the prison system, you know, they get paid off that shit. The more inmates, you know, in these prisons, the more money is being made to the investors. But hell, put them in the military for life. Make sure when a war break out or an invasion happens or wherever y'all protecting and shit like that, that they be the main ones to be on the front line. I mean, what? You don't want them to help the communities. Y'all claim that y'all got this, but over 50 people got shot in the city of Chicago over this holiday weekend. 8 have died. Okay. When are we gonna like realize that Brandon Johnson's not gonna do shit for this city? You know, and it's not enough police manpower in the city to help with the crime. But yet, Brandon government housing. You know, someone died over the weekend getting shot through the window in their house. So housing ain't protecting you. If housing ain't protecting you, if you ain't put enough police out there, then what's going to help? What's going to happen? What's going to stop it?
So far this weekend, he was shot and wounded in Garfield Park. Now, according to our count, the numbers we have so far may have surpassed last year's total for Labor Day weekend. Last Labor Day weekend, a total of 31 people were shot. Outside police headquarters.
But crime is down, y'all. Because see, you got to start depending on getting your own statistics and your own data, because we know that they are reclassifying exactly what crime looks like. So now these local entities are having to do their own footwork to figure out exactly what crime looks like, because we know that the mayor and the governor, who is not even in Chicago on a regular basis, we know that the mayor and the governor is going to tell you that crime is down and that they were anticipating having a more peaceful weekend than what they had in years past. And we all know that that's a farce. We all know that that's fake. And, you know, meanwhile, you got the people that's actually living in Chicago and they are crying out for help. They've been crying out for help since before the Biden administration, all throughout the Biden administration. The only time that you had a temporary drop in homicides was when the pandemic happened and everybody had to basically stay in. And then the cities was cool with that, because not only because they use that in the future, but they could also leverage that pandemic money in order to continue to fill in the budget gaps and the holes that they was going to have. And so that was the litmus for y'all to be able to then get in Brandon Johnson instead of Lori Lightfoot. So you just replaced her with a worse option. He has no business experience. Obviously, he's not good at politics because he doesn't know how to work with people, let alone people from the other side of the aisle. And now you have an extraordinary amount of crime that's taking place inside of Chicago, and all of the data and the statistics are not even in. Think about this for a second. 8 people die over a weekend. 50 plus shootings so far. Right before the Trump administration, which means that they had an opportunity to demonstrate exactly how much they were on top of things. But see, they are not in the crime prevention business. They are in the making sure that we can get money so that we can continue to address the symptoms or the problems when it comes to crime, but they're just addressing.
In other words, put a Band-Aid over it, but don't solve the fucking problem. Don't heal the wound. Don't come up with legitimate ways and tactics to combat crime in the cities. Y'all know the shit's taking place. These motherfuckers put half their shit out on social media. What the fuck they getting ready to do? With all this technology and all this shit that's going on, all these cameras all over the fucking city. And crime still goes on. It still happens at a rapid rate. But yet y'all trying to say that crime is going down and we don't need Trump and fucking Johnson passed some so-called executive order to try to stop Trump from bringing the feds up in this motherfucker, like the National Guards and shit like that, like that's gonna fucking help. They'll deal with that shit when they deal with it. When they, all right, y'all think this shit sweet, man. Y'all think this
And the
shit sweet,
symptoms,
and this shit crazy.
they're not actually addressing the problem itself. You see what I'm saying? They're treating it, and they're just waiting for you to kill somebody so that you can continue to keep police officers more employed and detectives employed on trying to solve a crime. And they're not solving for anybody, because the only thing that they had in all 50 of these shootings is one person that they were questioning. One person that they were questioning, 0 arrests. And obviously we know that there ain't going to be no convictions. And they'll probably be able to get out of jail with the Safety Act. Who knows? Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley 40% off your first order plus 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. I'll holler at you guys later. Peace.
All right. I'm back. Sorry about this. Yeah, StreamYard's not letting me be great tonight. You know what I'm saying? This shit is blowing. Anywho, we had some more reactions. We almost done anyway. I gotta figure out what's really going on with my stream. It's just fucking ridiculous. But we'll get to it. Jeremy Hill show. Shout out to him. He got another reaction as far as for black women are sick for this. I don't know exactly what this is because we pretty much going to be reacting to this together. So let's see what let's see what's going on. Oh, they already
Girl,
here.
look in the mirror. Man, you so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. Now, man, what I'm going to talk to you about today in this episode, man, I want to talk about the perversion of black motherhood. And you will understand what I mean after I show you these clips in a little bit. Let me bring you into some of it, man. Now, black women are trying to get some clout by starting a new trend. And the trend is to bring your children around. It could either be a son or a daughter. And then bring out your Rose vibrator. The instrument that you use to pleasure yourself. Bring it out in front of your children and ask them, do they have a charger for it?
What?
Yes.
What? Hold on. So the new trend that you bobblehead women are doing now is going to your children, asking them, do they have a charger for your vibrator? Wow.
Now, what I'm going to show you is the videos of them doing this, and then we're going to dive deep into this with other people talking about how sickening and disgusting this is. But before I do that, go ahead and hit the notification bell. Once you do that, select the option that says all. That way you'll be informed of all my new content. Can you dig it? Now, let me go ahead and put this madness on the screen for you, man, because it is exactly that, madness. Boom. Hope y'all ready for this. Like I always say, let's get it.
When you, Jesus, let me go. Okay. Oh, you know what? The store over there by Dick's that I can go to. I got something in that I gotta take this thing back. What? Oh, hold on. Let me go get it. I'll be right back. Okay? I'll be right back.
As you can see, that woman that is every bit in her mid to late 40s just pulled out the rose. Now, you women have no type of respect for self. You have no self-respect. You do anything for likes, shares, and comments and posts. You want to go viral. You would rather go viral than have it be known that you are a good mother.
What kind of shit is this? Could someone explain me to this remedial ass behavior? And these bitches think this shit is funny. That's the sad thing about it. These fucking heifers, these hyenas think this shit is fucking funny. To play this fucking prank with your children with this fucking device. Y'all fucking hoes. Y'all something.
What the hell is she doing with a rose? Am I tweaking? I know they both simple. I know I'm not tweaking.
This young man is in such disbelief that he's going to go to Google to make sure that he is not, quote unquote, tweaking, that he's not just tripping over here.
That is a rose. Come on. What is you doing with a rose? What is you doing with a rose? You know what this is? Yes, I know what that is. What is you doing with that? What you mean you know what it is? How you know what this is? No, Mom, what is you doing with that? Don't skip past the question. What are you even doing with that? I'm trying to figure out how you know what a rose is. I'm trying to figure out.
Fuck all that. Why are you even playing this fucking game? The fuck are you talking about? Fuck that. Right. Answer the fuck. He's old enough to know what the fuck is going on. He's old enough to know about sex. He's old enough to know about these different things that you ladies be using in the privacy of your own fucking room and shit. So what the fuck is this? And why would you put it right there in the fucking middle of the console of y'all car?
Hey, God, what are you doing with that? Hey, nothing wrong with me. Don't make that.
Now, there ain't nothing funny about that. Now, that's part one. So let me show you part two before we really get into the breakdown of this, man. Because if you are halfway decent, man, you've got to admit that it is disgusting to do that in front of your child. Let's go to the second part. And I want you to see how he reacts and listen to him even say that this is disgusting. This is terrible.
They ain't touch me more. Oh, that's disgusting. They ain't touch me more. That's disgusting. How is it disgusting? Cause I don't know what you be doing with that thing. Grown up stuff. What you mean? How you know? What you mean? You been on Google? What? How you know what it is? No, you bought 40 something with a rose, man. I'm a grown woman. What is you talking about? Exactly, a grown woman, and you got a rose, man. So what? My thing is, I'm trying to figure out what you know about this. What do you know about this? You know the name of it and all. I asked you first. I said, why you have it? Okay.
Why would you even be having such a conversation with your child? How is this funny? All you doing is letting your son know or your daughters know, because they're doing it to both sons and daughters, you know what I mean? All you're letting them know is that you play with yourself. That's all you're saying to them. You're saying, son, that's sitting next to me on the passenger side, mama plays with herself with this instrument, the rose, that fell over and touched you with it. I had to charge it up. All this to go viral. And this is a trend now. There are other black mothers, if you want to call them that are doing this and think it's hilarious. These women don't have any class no more.
Hey, if you know what it is, what's the you know I got it. Since you know what it is, I use it to massage my head.
You disgusting, Mom.
How am I disgusting, Mike?
You disgust me.
I disgust you?
Yes.
Are you serious right now?
That's gross.
Are you serious?
That's gross and nasty.
Talk to me, son. What you know?
No.
You're 14. What you know?
Mom, why you... That's nasty, man.
Are you serious right now, Mike?
Yes, Mom, I'm serious.
Are you serious?
I'm serious as it can get.
Email me.
I can't even look at you right now, Mom.
You can't look at me, Mike.
I can't even look at you the same.
And I could believe that. Can you imagine your mother, imagine your mother present a dildo or a vibrator, something that you know that she is using in the bedroom on herself to you. From that moment forward, you cannot unsee that. You cannot unhear that. You will always remember that for the rest of your life. And it's all to go viral. These women don't have any virtue anymore, man.
Hey, look at me the same.
Man, you 44 with a rose, Mom.
I'm 45.
45, because you just turned 45, Mom. 45 with a rose.
Can I
you
ask
probably had it before you was 45.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
What do you know about this? You could just say good or nasty.
Nasty. Disgusting.
So you been on Google?
No.
You been on TikTok?
No.
You had to see it on somewhere.
It's 2025, Mom. How would I not know about it?
Oh, okay. Okay. I got you.
Now think about it, man. And he's right. It's 2025. How would you not know about it as much as these women talk about it today? Now listen to what this black woman has to say about this and tell me if she is or is not making a good point, because I think she is.
Hey y'all, so what is up with this rose prank trend I'm seeing with moms and their sons on this app here? And black mamas, I'm looking at you because that's all I've seen.
Did you hear that? Black mothers. And I'm gonna tell you something, that's all.
Now, we don't see white mothers doing this. We don't see Hispanic mothers doing this. We don't see Asian mothers doing this. We don't see East Indian women doing this. We're seeing black women doing this. And you wonder why men don't want to marry some of y'all. Y'all think this shit's funny. You think this shit's cute. And it's nowhere near cute nor funny. It's really morbidly disgusting. And it shows just how fucking wrecked your ass is. This is some remedial, slow, short bus shorty wearing a helmet, kicking the can down the street ass bullshit, man. This is fuckery. This is some fuckery.
That's all I've seen too. I'm not seeing white mothers doing this. I'm not seeing Asian mothers doing this. I'm not seeing Latina, whatever, mothers doing this. I'm seeing it in our community.
Right. And like I said, I know what I'm talking about. Hell, like I said, this is my first time seeing this with y'all. I'm reacting to this with y'all. I didn't even know what this video was all about. Now I do. Now, this shit's disgusting. Like he said, just like I just said it before he even said it. I don't see no other group of women doing this shit. But I haven't seen it because I don't be on TikTok like that. But obviously, other people that visited TikTok, they're seeing this trend now, and the only women they seeing is you bitches. Huh, man, such the parents you are, aren't you? Such a great influence.
Black women, modern day musty back heifers, black women who have absolutely no morals, in my most humble opinion. Let's get it.
That's all I've seen. Black mamas, I'm looking at you because that's all I've seen. Where you're sitting here with your son asking him for a charger for your Rose, or he getting in the car and you sitting there charging it in the car, sitting right next to him. And you can see on the videos, the sons are like extremely uncomfortable. And the mom's like, instead of like not deciding, let me not post this video because clearly he's uncomfortable, they still posting it. And I'm just trying to figure out, what are y'all doing? Like,
yeah, so not only that you want to get viral doing this shit, you are embarrassing your children because you don't think they friends are gonna catch wind of this video. And I'm sorry, I would hate to really see that mama doing something like that, let alone having it. And you want this shit to go viral, and y'all don't think about the ridicule and the teasing and the bullying that your children is going to fucking experience at school. You bitches ain't shit.
this is not cute. This is not funny. It's very weird. It's giving, husband sunding, which a lot of single moms do, especially single.
Yep, I can say that. I can agree with that. Son husband, getting him used to everything that you do, or getting him used to everything that a man would do with his woman, or have knowledge of what his woman does with her own body. Son husband, I can see that.
Single black moms, you husband son your sons, which means you make them man of the house. You treat them like they're your husband. I mean, there was just a lady on the app a few weeks ago getting mad because her son's girlfriend gave him a care package and saying she can't do better than me. There's another mom buying a white wedding dress to be the mother of the bride of her son's wedding. I mean, and now this crap where y'all are on here playing this game and thinking it's cute and funny to prank your son with your X toy. I don't think that's funny or amusing. And if a man was doing that, y'all would be ready to call him every kind of PDF file there is. And if y'all really need that much attention on the internet that you've got to prank your son with your X toy, your Rose, it's giving you need some help.
I agree. And if a man was doing that with his daughter or his son, he'll probably get locked up. He wouldn't just be getting accused of being what you call a pedo. He'll probably get locked up for that, man. But that's the double standards, man, of what we got going on right now. Can you dig it? Well, anyway, man, I'll be hollering at y'all pretty soon. And I will be doing live streams on Mondays only for this month. I have one coming up next Monday at, I believe, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. Check it out if you can. Let me get out of here, man. Make another video for y'all right quick, man. But I just wanted to show you that, man. That is just disgusting, man. That is
Give me 1 second, y'all. Like I say, I'm having some issues with my other monitor. Sorry for the delay, but before we do this, we're gonna go ahead on and just we gonna get this shit together. I'm just having some issues. All right, hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right, we back. Yeah, man. One of my monitors is acting crazy. Probably have to fucking update my shit. But here we are. We're going to the main event. Anton Daniels talked about this whole Brittney Renner, PJ Washington shit, which is a straight. Just goes to show you where Brittney Renner gets it from. So before we get any further, here we go. So we can put it out here and wrap this show up so I can see what's up with my computer.
Okay, hold on, pause. This is what we're not doing. So every time that he does this, I'm gonna record this. Because that's not okay. I'm just letting you know. No, the thing is, this is the third time he's done it. This is the third time he's done it. He doesn't want to go with you. So actually show up. Actually show up and do something then with him. Because he does this every time. No, it's not. No, it's not. It ain't because anybody babys him. You gonna give him his bag and stuff? That's terrible. 3 weeks in a row. Yeah, no, it's not that at all. No, it's not. Yeah, I will. But I'm telling you right now, every single time you come here and he cries, we're gonna record that. And it's up with me. Just know that it's up. What'd you say? What'd you say?
I didn't stutter.
I didn't hear you say it again. If you had one, maybe I would. Let's see.
And what's crazy, that was the mama saying that. So you would suck your grandson's father's dick. Wow. Okay. Hold on. Before we this is crazy. This is crazy, man. Give me 1 second. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go over to Messi Machan's reaction to it. She got a little bit more in detail with the reaction, but the whole shit is a shit show. It's just a shit show. You know what I'm saying? So hold on for 1 second. We're gonna just go over here. Yeah, this shit's a shit show, man. So hold on. All right, here we go.
Either. This is a whole ain't shit situation amongst them all. Sorry, y'all. It's a whole ain't shit situation amongst them all. And who gonna get to suffer and grow up and be just like them? That kid, that baby. All right, White. My bad. Charleston White. Okay, Charleston White. The baby, the one that suffer. Imagine what he's hearing in the house before all this happened, since they started recording this just before he opened the door. She opened the door. So this was all planned. This was all part of the plot. They probably wanted to get something even more. But this is
just the need to want to go viral, just the need to get attention, whether it's negative or not. Some of you women just love attention in all the wrong places and shit.
But see how much he don't give a damn about them. Like, no, listen. I understand that he's upset, but child, please don't be telling people's mothers to suck your D's, child. That is so disrespectful. I understand you're upset. Say it to her, of course, because fuck that bitch. But not even to the mother. But she then engaging as the elder here. And who is that black man? I guess that's her father that was standing at the door. So he's just letting them do all this as well. So he's just gonna stand there knowing this plot and allow that to happen. Are y'all missing this? Because I didn't hear nobody talking about that. Are y'all missing that part? So you just gonna let your wife and your daughter be out here wilding the
Ain't no way. First off, mama, go sit your ass in the house. This ain't your business. This ain't my business. That's their business. She was growing up to have a child with this boy. He coming over to get his son. Stay out their business. Sit the fuck down some motherfucking way. See, this is the shit I'm talking about. There's no structure. And I now understand why Brittney acts the way she acts and moves the way she moves. Because her father ain't fucking teach her half-ass shit. And her mama ain't no damn different. Why you all in their business? Calling this man all kind of bitches and bullshit like that. See, this is the shit I'm talking about. Brothers, you dating these sisters out here that close with their mamas. You need to watch how they mamas move. Because 9 times out of motherfucking 10, if they mama is a punk ass bitch, the girl that you trying to date, that's the daughter of that mama, ain't that fucking far behind.
the fuck out when you know it's gonna turn into a big to-do over the internet. So you have no control over your wife and in your house. You have no control over your daughter in your house. What good are you? All of them. He's a beta. Clearly, he's something. I'm surprised you didn't say SIMP. But he ain't good for shit either. It's all fucked up for this kid. It's all fucked up for this kid. Sorry, y'all. PJ Jr. Good luck to that kid.
Pussy ass bitch.
Oh, that's a nice thing to say, Mom, in front of the kid as well. To say something because you can't get them. And again, Paul, come get your bitch. This is so fucking embarrassing. This is crazy. This is ridiculous.
What the fuck you looking at? Get your bitch ass out my driveway, ho. Fuck you.
Get
and this is PJ's wife that they're talking to. See, they're mad. They steaming mad that he didn't marry my daughter, but he has the nerve to leave her and get married to somebody else and bring her over to my house to get our child or my child. Because that's what most modern women say when they have, these kind of situations and they're not with the baby's father. That's their child. It ain't our child. It ain't the daddy's kid either. It's just her child.
Get your bitch ass out of my driveway, ho. I'm assuming they're talking to his wife in the car. See, all this shit right here, all this going on right here is exactly why I could never deal with my children being a part of some other man or woman with my husband and me, other people with this 4-person dynamic. No. They could not go through this. No, I couldn't go through it. Why would we do that? Why would we do that? No. I can't even imagine. This is just.
You don't pay for shit either.
Oh, PJ don't pay for shit. Child, she's just out here talking. And this is the mother, just out here saying shit.
Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. He ain't paying for shit. But he pays child support. He gets his child every week. Regardless of what his obligations are with his team, he still takes it upon himself to come and get the child. He don't tell her to, well, meet me somewhere or bring the child to me. No, he goes and gets him himself. And this is what the fuck he got to deal with. A hostile situation, a hostile environment. They had the video camera running before they opened the door. They was doing this shit on purpose to try to make it look like he ain't shit. To play the victim. To keep the narrative, to He's a deadbeat.
Just out here talking, talking. That man make more money than you'll ever see in your damn life. And then y'all will be expecting him to give you money. This is the epitome of do what I say because I'm me. And I'm the woman, of course. Now you got the mother.
Oh, this is the epitome of broke bitch behavior. Bum broke bitch behavior. Hyena bum broke bitch behavior.
Jumping on there. Talking about you ain't got no D and you don't pay for shit. No, and he probably paying for all this shit.
$70,000 to your hoe, but $11,000 in your son's bank account.
Hold on. This child's like 3-4 years old with 11 grand in his bank account. What he gonna do with it? And 9 times out of 10, I guarantee you, Brittney and the mama got access to that account. So they mad because there's only 11,000 in that account. They wouldn't say shit if it was 11 million in that motherfucker. They wouldn't say shit if it was 500,000 in that motherfucker. But his son's account has 11,000 in it. Man, fuck are we listening to?
Oh, and this is what it's all about too. It's all about money because I guess they probably ain't getting all this money that they want. See, that's how it works. Let me take a moment. Oh, hold on. See, Kendra followers and people that think that you're gonna find love with Kendra, a person who hates men, as you saw, if you really can pay attention and you can discern shit. You think that she gonna help you get a man? She can't get one. She don't know how to, even though she got all these wonderful men in her life. She talk nasty about them, but that's who you go to try to get yourself a man in a relationship. Mom is pocket watching this damn man and her husband is allowing her to be pocket watching him. It's not her fucking business in any way, shape, or form. If it ain't Brittney's business, it's triply not her mother's business or to be saying anything. So they're letting me know that they just worried about money at the end of the day. They worried about money at the end of the day. Why are they pocket watching what he doing for his wife? You know why? Because when you're married to someone, then you get it all. Y'all be out here talking about 50 all the fucking time. Not y'all, you know what I'm saying. Talking about 50 all the time. When you really and truly come together, it all comes together. You're not giving your husband a check every month. Maybe that's what y'all do because you don't have the sense that God gave you because you don't be vetting people and you be listening to losers like fucking Kendra to give you direction on something that she don't have her damn self. And then you wonder why you fuck this shit up because you listen to people that make no fucking sense. Child, y'all probably listen to fucking Brittney Renner. You probably listen to Brittney Renner and all the fuck she does is look for fucking attention. That's the currency that you bitches want. It's just for someone to pay the fuck attention to you because that makes you feel good when at the end of the day, you have absolutely nothing. You have nothing that you can use for future. You have nothing that you can live on. And people who are actually married don't be divvying checks to each other. Normal people. You get it all. Y'all worrying about 50-50. When that check comes in every week, we get it all. When that check comes in every 2 weeks, we get it all. When it come in once a month or whatever the schedule is, we get it all. Because it's a such thing when you really come together. You can't even do that. That's why you don't need to be in relationships because you don't even trust the person that you open your legs up to at the end of the day. So you trust them enough to open up your legs and give them your fucking body, give them a fucking kid, but you don't even trust them enough with fucking money. You think I don't know what I'm talking about? You think I don't know what I'm talking about? That's why y'all remain in the same fucking place. You ain't got shit. Don't nobody respect you. Ain't no man trying to have you. You ain't get married. And you sitting there watching Kendra while she's talking about real wives and talking negatively about them. That's what she gonna be talking.
Man, I wish they hadn't cut that part out of this reaction video. I really wanted y'all to see what the fuck Kendra was saying. And sure enough, if y'all can run across that video, it would behoove y'all to stop fucking supporting Kendra G, because she ain't shit. She ain't shit. She ain't trying to help y'all. All she doing is pocketing money off y'all dysfunction and laughing at y'all.
talking about y'all if you ever happen to make it that far. But listening to her, I promise you she won't, because it doesn't behoove her for you to be married and get in relationships, because then you won't be sitting there watching her whining and complaining and supporting motherfuckers that think the way that you do, that make no sense whatsoever and ain't never gonna get what y'all claim it is that you want. But you know, at the end of the day, what these people really want is control, and that's what Brittney thinks that she has, along with her punk ass mama. They think that they control that daggone man. They want to control his daggone money. You want to be in charge, allegedly, of somebody's money? Maybe you should learn how to treat someone, and then maybe you can control something. But not in a nasty, negative way, for the purpose of the best for the fucking family. But the only thing that y'all think about is your fucking selves. And until you start thinking about somebody besides yourself, this bitch ain't even thinking about her kid. She ain't even thinking about her kid. And if you ain't thinking about your kid, then what the fuck else is there after that? Because if you ain't going to think about your kid enough to put him in the best situation when he's being exchanged with his father, you definitely don't give a damn about nothing and nobody else. All you care about is attention and money, in my fucking opinion. And that's what most of you bitches do. That's why you out here still having that dumbass conversation about 50 fucking 50. If you know how to treat someone, you don't have to worry about shit like that. Maybe you should go listen to Maggie and Luke Hazley and get a fucking clue. And maybe, just maybe, you can finally get what it is that you claim that you want while you go to the skies and then say something different and then latch on to shit like Kendra says, talking about crust, rust, dust, must, ashy ass bums. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Come on with this bullshit so I'm going to eat. I'm over it.
$11,000 for your son's bank account, $170 for that boat. Get out your car. Get out the car. Come on.
So the mother was getting ready to hyena it out and fight this man's wife. I really wish he hadn't opened up that window. He got what he came for. He should have, while they were sitting there squawking like a bunch of fucking dead crows, he should have just drove off on their ass. We gotta do better, gentlemen.
Damn, that wife said, I'm about to fight this bitch. That wife said, I'm about to fight you, bitch. I don't care how old you are. What's her name? Alicia Michelle? Alyssa Chanel said, I ain't no punk, bitch. Come bring your ass over here. They wanted a rise out of her too, because they mad that that man's moved on. He went ahead and married that daggone woman, rolling up in this car, or this, whatever this is, child. I know y'all know, I don't know. But it looked nice, whatever this is, okay? And she over there chilling. Then, you know, they'll have up stupid ass polls talking about, should the new wife come when it's time to pick up the kid? If you don't want a new wife or girlfriend to be there when you exchange your kid, then stay the fuck together. That's how that works. Because outside of that, you don't have no.
And then what's so crazy about it, this shows me, even though Brittney Renner's mother is married, she's still a miserable, unhappy ass bitch. Because why you living vicariously through your daughter's life? You got your own life with your husband that sat there and just let all this shit fucking go on. Allowed his wife to fucking video record this transaction of the child, trying to make it seem like he's a deadbeat or he ain't shit or he don't pay for shit and all this other madness to try to expose him. It's bitches like that always try to expose men and don't never have shit happen right for them in life. If you're gonna expose somebody, expose them for the right reasons. If they're really not doing shit worth a damn, then okay, I understand. If they really being a deadbeat, okay, I understand. But you're doing this shit for clicks and views and attention. You want to go viral. You want to put this NBA player on blast of being a deadbeat.
No control over that. She thinks she got control over that? She thinks she got control over that? You lost it when you decided to move on because you left that daggone man because all you wanted to do is get that baby. So now this is coming up. Remember, Brittney said that in the car way back when I first met that bitch on who the fuck she was. Woo! When she was doing that in the car. Woo! Crazy bitch. Talking about just come up off of a check. You just deal with a basketball player or whoever. Because they're dumb. And he was dumb to get her pregnant. Yup. This is how he now has to live his life because he couldn't say no. I hope Alicia Chanel ain't like that. At least Alicia Chanel will get down with the get down. That's for damn sure, okay? She said, ain't no punk bitches over here, bitch. I don't give a fuck whose grandmother you is, bitch. You notice we don't hear the kid crying anymore. If you notice, we don't hear the kid crying anymore. I wonder how that worked. Wow. That's a miracle.
And it's up with me. Just know that it's up. What'd you say? What'd you say?
I didn't stutter.
I didn't hear you say it again.
Suck my dick.
If you had one, maybe I would.
Bitch.
Pussy ass bitch. Pussy ass. What the fuck you looking at?
That's on my way.
Get your bitch ass out my driveway, ho. Fuck you. You don't pay for shit either. $170,000 to your hoe, but $11,000 in your son's bank account.
Why did he even put the window down? Why did he even put the window down? Come on, sir. I'm gonna need you to do better. Playing right into the shit.
$11,000 in your son's bank account, but $170 for that bitch. Get out the car. Get out the car. Come on.
I'm sorry. I'm like an Alicia Chanel. Can you imagine doing this every single time you go over here, y'all? That's too much energy. Negative energy at that. PJ Washington. Somebody said PJ Washington brought this upon himself. I agree. Dude had a baby with Brittney Renner, a well-known bucket. Ooh. And thought he'd have peace behind that decision. Maybe some of these high-profile athletes will learn one day. He's absolutely right. She's doing the same thing she's always done, which is looking for attention. 99% of babies get a little dramatic for about 5 to 10 minutes. Like I said, we ain't hear once he put the kid in the car, you ain't hear no more crying. I ain't hear no more crying. Maybe it was 2 loud bitches or 3 loud bitches, but I ain't hear no baby crying. 99% of babies get a little dramatic for about 5 to 10 minutes when the dad picks up the child for his turn for visitation. The mom is the child's comfort zone. So, of course, it'll be a few theatrics until the child fully adjusts to the situation. Shout out to this man who clearly must be a father and knows. I don't even have a kid, and I know this. Shout out to him. I just assumed he was a father. He's absolutely right. So she's willing to rile her own kid up for her own enjoyment. I don't know what PGOMDN means, but that's how he ended it. Lord help your people.
By far the best color.
Happy birthday.
By far the best.
Now, this was the day after that video that Brittney Renner and her mom tried to expose PJ Washington for and the whole fiasco. This is the following day. This is what PJ Washington's wife does on his birthday because he was getting his son the day before his birthday. But look what his wife did for him just because.
Happy birthday.
Child, what you doing with the other one? I'll take it. It said Alicia Chanel. It was only right I did my big one. You've always went above and beyond to make sure I've gotten everything I could ever want. This is my way of showing how much I appreciate you. Happy birthday, baby. Happy you love it.
Rolls Royce. His wife went out and bought him a Rolls Royce after that bullshit the day before.
So you're saying that this thing costs $400,000? Okay. So I'm pretty sure Brittney and her mom won't be happy to imagine though also.
Boy, you know this went viral. And you know Brittney and her mom saw this shit. And you know them hoes is mad. No, they hot goblin mad. They green goblin mad. They ultra Hulk mad. They are fucking pissed right now.
So that those bitches are clocking everything that this man and this woman do. How sad is that? Sad, not like I care or I have empathy or sympathy, but sad that that's all y'all got. If y'all don't go to work, if y'all don't find a hobby, if y'all don't get a clue, if y'all don't go do something with your lives, if y'all don't leave this man alone and his wife, if y'all don't understand that it's over for you and you have no control over nothing going on over here, and this is who should have his fucking money, not you, bitch, just because you had a kid, where's your half of how much he gives you? I don't know how much he gives her, but just say that he gives her $50,000 a month. Man, where's your $50,000 to match that? You think? Anybody? You think she bringing the half that will equal the half that PJ is bringing? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no, because she's too busy needing attention more so than anything else. So did she really come up off of it? And then gonna say the mother to sit up there and be pocket watching. That's what's wrong with half of these people. They fucking pocket watching people that got no business pocket watching. And then the ones that should be watching somebody's pocket, they don't. Shout out to Alicia Chanel for taking care of her fucking man like she's supposed to. Because you bitches wouldn't give him anything. Of course she got money to do it. Because you know what? The money all comes together, like I said. You think she giving up a check at the end of the month for her half? Nah. You come together when you really get married, not that play shit that some of y'all be pretending for, and the shit all comes together. That's normal when you know someone. So hopefully he know what he doing, but that's a whole nother live stream at another time. But anyway, all right, what else? All right, so $400,000, whatever the fuck this is. Oh, that is, I guess a Rolls Royce. That's cute. That's cute. Flexing for the internet, though. You know Brittney and her mom seem to.
Yeah. Them bitches mad about that one. I already know. But yeah, hope everybody had a good time.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Shout out to everybody that tuned in tonight for the live stream. I was going through some technical difficulties and things like that, but we made it through. We made it through another episode. Like, share, and subscribe, and help a brother out. If you want to donate to the channel, donations is always accepted and appreciated and respected. Until the next time, I want everybody to have a great one. Be safe out here in these streets. Let's hope for better days and better situations. Pray for our children. Pray for the ones that lost their lives out here in these streets to senseless violence. Until Friday, 10 p.m. Central Time. I'm Roz Lee. This is Black Bottom Rozcast. We are out, and I want you to live as long as you want, never won't, as long as you live.